Good evening, everybody.
Hi.
Rocking out, rocking good, man. Rocking good on a Tuesday night.
Hello.
Absolutely. Izzo, what's going on with you? We'll start at the bottom tonight.
Yeah, because my pants almost fell down when I was moving around. I didn't know my camera was following me. Damn Apple. Do you really want to see that?
No, we don't.
And before the show, I went into some settings. I changed, I shut off motion. I shut this off. I shut that off. I don't know. Look at it. Still can't even. You could
Yeah, it
dress
didn't.
me up, but I don't know.
It didn't shut off. So the
There's got
motion's
to be
still.
one little. There's got to be one little toggle thingamajigger that all I. Whoa, who did that? Are you messing with me right now? Joe's doing it. Joe, don't do that to me.
I
I
can't. I
spent a
can't do
long
that.
time, dude. I went to the Google and I said, "How do I do this?"
Uh,
Oh man, I'm sitting in the garage. I had a day off. It was a rat race of a day. Don't you guys hate when you have a day off? And I'm not saying you're not supposed to
Just
just
hate
sit
it.
in bed, but it's just like it was a rat race. From the moment I my 2 feet hit the floor to literally 15 minutes before the show. So
wow.
as far as I'm concerned, this was the early morning cigar that I didn't get through, and this is for in a few minutes when I finish this one, and that's all I know. That's all I know.
How was your weekend? Did you work all weekend? What happened?
Let's go around the room. We'll save that
Okay.
for.
Dang, it's gonna get serious.
Let's go get
No,
serious.
it's going to get. The Outlaws were here. The Outlaw. That's all I'm going to. I'll just leave it like that. The Outlaws were all here.
All right, Joe, how about you? What's going on?
Hey, is it just me? I'm my freaking audio. Is it out of sync again? I think it's out of sync again. You just gonna deal with it.
I think it's okay.
Sort of like a bad B-rated movie. Whatever. Um, what are we starting with? The week.
Yeah. What's been going on? What are you up to? What do you got coming? Typical
Work.
intro stuff.
Work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a good flow of work, so it's okay.
Well, steady's always good.
Right. Saturday, went and watched some dirt track racing. Got home at 3 a.m. That's a little late for an old fella like me.
I
But
was gonna say, a late night for you.
yeah, it was bad.
That's called. Hey Joe, 3 a.m. is really called a 2 day event.
Yeah, really.
At our age, a 2 day event.
Then followed by a Monday. We went on the creek, did some floating on the kayaking.
Nice.
That was nice. Nice enough. We're gonna go back this weekend. So
There you go.
yeah.
Good deal.
All right. Are you the floater or are you the paddler? And do you do like, and your wife, does she just float or is she an actual,
You can't
left
keep
side?
up with her. You see, you haven't met her yet, but anybody
Right.
else that's seen her at these Hamfests, you can't keep up with. You just let her
She
do
got
her
a lot of
thing.
energy. She has a
Yeah,
lot of energy now.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, we're just single person kayaks, and she'll floats as far as she wants to float, and I'll float as far as I want to float.
There you go.
But so I don't think any of my friends from work that I invited, my old place of work, I don't think they're going to show up. So anybody that's up around Olive Hill, Tennessee, that's where I'm going, up the creek.
Okay.
What I say, Saturday? Yeah.
Doing it
I
Saturday.
was prepared too, man. I had my 511 bag that I wear at the Hemfest. Had my radio patches on it. I had food stuffed inside of it,
Nice.
and FT5 hanging off the side.
Look
There
at
you
that.
go.
Oh,
Wife's
all looking
she's
all
like
looking official. Grid
you
down.
gonna
Grid
take your
down.
radio? I was like, yeah, it's waterproof
Grid down. Grid
or
down.
water resistant. Supposed to be.
Mhm.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, I did take the extended battery, 3D printed battery. I took it
Mhm.
off, left it at home, charged up the factory one. So,
Man, that's probably a smart move.
yeah.
Now you bring up a good point. I always look at the IP settings, and it seems like most of them are good for 1 meter, which is about 3 feet. We'll call it 3 feet. We don't do math, but let's call it that. 3 feet. It drops, get it out. But the minute you add a different antenna from the factory, like a signal stick or anything else, I don't know if you have that, if that bond is there of the weather seal as compared to what came out of the factory IP settings. So just be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, maybe it's there, maybe it's not. And the last thing you want to do is assume.
Yeah, I got to looking. I didn't see no like seal attached to the factory battery.
No.
No, I'm talking about the antenna port.
Oh yeah, the antenna. Okay, yeah. Well, the adapter that I use for my signal stick has the that little rubber.
A little rubber
base.
O-ring on it.
Yeah,
Base.
it got a
Yeah.
rubber on it, so it was protected.
As long as you got a rubber, you're good. Just don't keep
Catch
it in
up,
your wallet.
Steve.
You're good.
No. The jokes never ended this weekend.
Or as
That
Troy
way.
says, O-rings. You know,
O-rings. O-rings.
Yeah,
bring out the O-rings, don't blow them out.
that's right. So,
Oh, Arthur wants to bring up a subject that's I planned on talking about, the FTM 500 mount.
oh yeah, we'll get into that, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll wait.
It's so early. Guys, we're only 8 minutes in.
Eight
We're
and
only
a half
8
minutes
minutes.
in.
We're going to talk radio. Don't worry. We are going to talk radio.
Izzo's introduction therapy has been going quite well, if y'all hadn't noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Only
It's, uh,
only
Well,
8
it's just
minutes in instead of 45.
we're only,
I was gonna say we've been skipping the intros. That's how we get it done.
I can't see from my view how many people we have in, what was it, about 90-ish?
98.
98. Guys,
98, and 6 of those are over on the Twitter. So
hello, ex-Twitter world. And guess what? Don't worry. Someone's going to say squirrel is going to knock the train off the tracks. Don't worry. That it's going to happen in the next 2 hours. We just don't
Steve's
know
just
when.
done it. Explain to us what just failed. That sounded,
Yeah, what was the jiggle?
that was either a bottle top or something 3D printed.
no,
was it a jiggle
actually,
or a jangle?
it's my it's the.
If you don't want to explain, you don't have to.
It's an SD card holder and reader. but it's-
Jesus,
It's got
It's
a
huge.
yeah,
That thing is big.
overcompensating there, buddy.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
How big's your
Wow.
SD card reader?
Well, it's a holder too.
There's mine.
Yeah, I lose the little ones, so I need the big one.
There's so much I want to say right now, but I
Yeah.
promise to be good.
But all right, anything else, Joe?
No, I'm waiting on you,
Okay.
buddy. Sorry, I should have
Okay.
relinquished the floor.
It's all good. I had a good weekend. As most of you know, I spent the weekend in DC with my Blue Star and Gold Star
Oh
mothers.
yeah. I
Thank
was
you,
listening.
man.
And
Awesome.
actually, I got to give a shout out. Four Wheel and Redneck joined me.
Excellent.
So Al was up there with us, had a great time.
Did you know he was coming, or he just showed
I
up and
did.
popped in?
I did.
Okay.
Very
I'm actually
nice.
gonna full screen that. Well,
Absolutely.
full
Make it
screen
bigger.
as I can. So this is
Look at that.
all of the Blue Star mothers and all of their escorts out at the Pentagon parking lot.
Excellent.
We had 50 mothers, 22 Gold Star wives, and 16 Gold Star mothers. And for those you don't know, Blue Star mother has a child actively serving. A Gold Star mother has lost a child, and a Gold Star wife has lost a spouse. So we get to take them around, escort them.
There's a
we
click
went-
like on that.
That's my own picture. So yeah,
Not for you.
Hey, Steve, explain to everybody when you say you bring, like, where do you bring them around in the DC area? Like,
Yeah.
what do you do?
So Friday we did the blessing of the bikes at the National Cathedral. Then we had dinner, then a candlelight vigil down at the Vietnam Wall, which I actually live streamed. Sorry, the audio was not great and it was dark because it was 9 o'clock at night. But you can see some of it. Then Saturday, we take all the ladies over to Arlington. We do a luncheon at the Women's and Service Memorial, and usually donations and gifts get exchanged there. Saturday night, some of us went over to the Gold Star Mother's house there in DC, got a tour of that, got to hang out with them for a while. And then Sunday was the big ride down Constitution and up Independence. So it was a full weekend and an emotional weekend.
Oh, absolutely.
So
How many mothers or wives, spouse? I mean, what do you think? How many did your group?
so we had 50 Blue Star mothers, 22 Gold Star wives, and 16 Gold Star mothers, I think it was.
There, my buddy, a local buddy here with 662 Laser Customs.
Oh,
Made a pair of handcuffs for somebody at the event.
really?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. Wish I'd known.
Terry,
Would love to see those.
You got a picture of that? Shoot it to
I
me?
did not see those. Yeah, I mean, if he can get a picture over to us, we'll definitely share it. Tim Chambers, the saluting Marine, actually did stop by our hotel and spend a little bit of time with the mothers.
Good.
And I kind of threw Gunny Claus. If you guys haven't seen him on Instagram, TikTok, all that, he's a retired gunnery sergeant that still dresses up in the dress uniform with like a Santa Claus beard, and he wears the Toys for Tots belt to spread cheer. He came by and told a story to the mothers at Arlington. And he said it's a story he's told 1,000 times to Marines, never had a problem. Looking Gold Star families in the eye and trying to tell a story, he got choked up.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Because one of the things he used to do in the service was go gather remains and identify remains. So he's looking at the people that he would then have to explain to that he found, their loved one. So that was tough for him. But he really appreciated me grabbing him and bringing him into the room to get a chance to speak with them.
This is legacy, Steve. And I know the three of us agree that this stuff is important. It's legacy. It's still history. This is our country of what people have done for us to have our rights, to have what we have. I know sometimes it can get crazy out there with the politics right now, especially as we move forward through this summer and into the fall. But and it's easy to forget what people have done for us. And I truly believe, and I truly believe in the statement that, I don't care what branch of service when you join in, you are writing that blank check to Uncle Sam.
Yep. And you were definitely writing a check, cashable up to and including your life.
Yeah.
So,
and there are certain things we have because of it, even today, even though it may not seem like it, but we have, as compared to what other countries do not permit human rights and this and that. We have it. We're going to disagree on a lot of topics, but that's part of the process too. I think it's okay to disagree. Let's just always be respectful, and let us never forget why we have what we have. I know it only happens, between Memorial Day, Veterans Day. We have certain ceremonial events put into the calendar year, but I think it's wonderful what you and the other guys do. You, Al, thank you.
And there's a picture of my dad with his escort.
Look at him, still doing it. Excellent.
Oh yeah, and that's Sonia Stowers. She has been. This was her 3rd year riding with Dad. Yeah, absolute sweet lady. She's actually got a jump scheduled with our buddy Carlos. Really? Because I jumped with him, and she was talking about she wanted to do it. And I was like, sister, I can hook you up. Because she lives up in
Carlos the rock star.
He lives up in her area.
Good.
So
good.
I was looking. I had a picture of me a minute ago, and I'm waiting for Al to say, go ahead and show his picture.
Come on, Al.
So, but yeah, like I said, it was an amazing time, and getting to spend the time with the ladies was
Steve,
just
tell everyone, how long have you been doing this now?
My first year going up and escorting was 2013. And I have gone back every year except for 2020, thanks to the pandemic. We have had a blast. Oh, no, she'll kill me if I show that picture. No, screw it. She won't see the stream anyway. That's my mother riding her Can-Am and escorting.
Nice.
Look at Mom. Check her out.
So-
Nice.
Mom did just over 1,300 miles this trip.
Excellent.
So,
Excellent.
and she had a good time, I know.
Get her on the Clubhouse. Will she come on?
No. No.
Tell her I'll buy her flowers. What's it going to take?
You
I know
want
a
Mom on the
pocketbook-
Clubhouse? No.
Listen. We've got to start at a pocket or flowers, pocketbook, dinner. I mean, how far for a wine of choice? How far do we have to throw in?
So here you go. That's your boy right there. Yes, I am on the back of my bike because my escort, who's the Blue Star Mothers president currently, thought it'd be funny to hop on my bike and act like she was going to ride it away. So I ran over and I jumped on the back.
I spied a kickstand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she didn't know how to start it. So,
Hey, Steve, what's the antenna on the back?
so the antenna on the
some radio.
yeah, well, the antenna there on the left side is actually
Yeah.
for the CB that's on
Yeah.
built into the bike. The antenna that's on the right side used to be the FM radio. Now it is my 2-meter radio. I've got the Bluetooth controlled unit on there. And I'm going to mute my Discord because somebody is blowing my stuff up. It's driving me crazy.
What do you
Picture
use,
those cuffs are in there too.
Okay. Yep.
Steve? What do you use for FM? Do you use satellite now? What do you use if you want to listen to tunes?
So I've got
Talk
a
radio.
hidden antenna in the fairing for broadcast FM, and I've got an iPod controller in the trunk. Unfortunately, it's one of the older iPod controllers, so it needs the old 40-pin model. But we do. Still does work.
Tell everybody about that bike. What's the make?
That is
horsepower?
a 2008 Yamaha Venture. It's 1,300 cc's, about 80 horsepower. It is a 4-cylinder, 4 carburetors, so it does absolutely drink fuel above 70 mile an hour.
Mhm.
Mike, I
So
see
in other
that.
word-
Just where I
in other
belong.
words-
Uh-huh.
So in other words, if you keep it under 65 or 60 or around 60, you're good.
If I keep it around 60, I can get just over 200 miles out of a 6-gallon tank.
And that's your
Yeah.
capacity, 6 gallons?
6 gallons.
6 gallons.
So here's the handcuffs that were sent up. Those are nice. That's really
look at
well done.
that. Holy Christ.
So
Look at the arts in them.
I was gonna say I see a
Oh.
Texas flag on there.
Yep.
He cannot keep up with the
I
handcuff
bet
orders.
not. That is
The
crazy.
badge
Yep.
and the watch at the end of watch
Mhm.
date. Look at this. Oh my God.
So we're going to
Wow.
see. I shared the link to his Tiki Talk. We'll say
Okay.
it like that
Mm-hmm.
and see.
The clock app.
Yeah. Because last time I done that, our views went to 1. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, got a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah. All right. And here's one last one. We're getting ready to roll out over to the Gold Star Mother's house. Let me see if that'll share and plus up here. And for some reason, they wanted me to lead. I guess they just trusted me. But I've added a few lights to the bike for a couple of reasons. One, I do parades and charity bike rides. So I've got the extra hazard lights, if you will. And 2, I want to be seen. That bike lights up at night like a Christmas tree. So,
Yeah, that's
and
good.
Al said, go
Yeah.
ahead and share it. So,
Do you have anything underneath the bike too?
there's accent lights all the way around.
You got any pictures of that?
I don't have any pictures with the lights on recently. I'd have to go dig in to find.
Okay. Next show. Next show.
But yeah,
Next
the accent lights are actually wired into the brakes, so when I hit the brakes, the whole bike glows red. No matter what
Nice.
color they're on, they immediately go red.
You know, some folks may say it's double standard, but whatever. You know, back in the patrol days, vehicles that had all the underbody lights and stuff like that, they got a little discussion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, correct.
Roadside discussion.
Yes,
But
I did.
never did I say anything to the bikers.
See, I've had that discussion more than once.
As what? As riding a bike or four wheel?
Riding the bike.
Okay.
Because South Carolina has some strange laws. One of which says you cannot run red or blue. Period. That's the end of the law.
Right.
So that's how I get around the accent light ticket every time, because that's the statute they write. 2 statutes later, it says you cannot run red or blue as long as they are not forward facing or oscillating.
Right.
Correct.
And I never set mine on flash.
Right.
Unless I'm parked in a parking lot.
Right. I run, obviously, I have various permits that I run.
There's our buddy Al with his escort.
Excellent, Al.
Four-wheeling.
Yep, 4-wheeling redneck on 2 wheels.
Thank you, Al. Thank you, Al. That's nice service. Thank you, Al.
And I know he had a good time.
Steve, I ran I had the Toyota truck back in 1987.
Okay.
And myself and a whole bunch of guys, we were just doing it, but we ran purple. And I had this very dark maroon, so I didn't want it to stick out, but I wanted to kind of blend. Mm-hmm. I didn't have it. I never ran it all the time. I had to switch in the dash. And it was just, again, the first time I got pulled over, like, why? I said, because I can and I like it, and I'm not causing a disruption to oncoming traffic or anybody in the rear. Mm-hmm. I made sure the intensity was appropriate. I didn't want it to be like, hey, look at me, here I am. And I didn't want it to be so low where it's like all this labor put into it. I thought it was done right for the vehicle as well as being considerate. But I also did check our laws at the time. And there was nothing on the books about that particular color as well as where it was mounted. Now, purple in the state of Connecticut is now been reserved for funeral and morticians. But other than that, it's, you know.
Is it just any type of funeral?
You know, Joe, I didn't look into I don't know if it's for parked or for moving or steady or flash.
I was gonna say, I know South Carolina, they run purple and moving funerals, but I can run purple normally. It's an unwritten rule that's just for them. The local how does she say it on the clock app? There's a CO and former dispatcher that I've been following here lately.
You catch a local charge, donut you lovers too much.
This is true. But you know, the boys in blue around here, if it's got any shading of blue, they like to stop and talk to you.
Sure.
And I'm like, it's green, but it's not a dark green. It's more of a teal green.
Don't call him colorblind. They're going to be a set of cuffs on you.
You know,
I just say yes, sir, and take the ticket. And
that reminds me back in my teenager days. Believe it or not, I had me one of those low riders. Hit the switches, put it all the way to the ground. But I had that purple underbody neon.
Yep.
And I was sitting in a parking lot, and the popo shows up, and they walk over, and he's like, "You can't have blue lights on the vehicle." And I looked down, looked back up at him. I said, "Sir, that ain't blue." He said, "What is it?" I said, "It's clearly purple." And I learned that you just
say yes, sir, and
sorry, my bad, and go on about your business.
Yeah,
but and not use them on his block no more.
Well,
at least he did understand that it was okay if I was sitting in a parking lot, no matter what. But
Mm-hmm.
See,
He
here
was
in the state
watching.
of Connecticut, over the last, I want to say last 3 to 5 years, they really defined the various colors and kind of broke it down by the service. If you're a tow truck, um, and you're hauling, if you're a wrecker, you're coming back, from the crash, what has to be on white light, not white light. And again, there's a difference between steady and flashing, and you got to
Mm-hmm.
read your rules per year, whether it's based by county or state. You really should know, and
Absolutely, Jody. Jody says that's why a young man should always carry a pocket optical spectrometer. Comes in handy in those situations.
what I find interesting today is all the various tints. And
Yes.
I don't care where you live, there is always somebody running a tint.
A yellow or a red or
Or how about darker than dark than dark, and you can't even see what's inside.
hey,
And
hey. Don't
you
talk
know,
about the Malibu now. Joe's seen the boo. He knows.
just saying, if you were an officer of the law, and there was regardless of the reason why, he does not know what's going on inside that vehicle, and that's for
Mm-hmm.
his safety as well as yours.
Oh
That's
yeah.
all I'm going to say. So abide by your state laws, and you
Yep.
won't have any issues.
But we did have a couple of celebrities stop by. Anybody know who this guy is?
Well, he's from Southern California.
Yep.
Is he a ham?
Nope, not a ham.
But he has a cigar there. He's holding a cigar.
He is holding a cigar. He was smoking a pretty good smelling cigar.
Let me see if I can see who.
Hang on.
Can you make the picture a little bigger?
I had to make sure he didn't have a name badge on.
That's all. Yeah.
Dean, you're close. Ron got it. Terminator. Robert Patrick.
No kidding.
Yep. He rides with us quite a bit.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got his own crew that he rides with, but we usually see him up around the front. So really nice guy. Took very good care of our ladies. So
anyone else from like Hollywood or for entertainment world that joins in that we would know?
I didn't see anybody. There have been, a few.
In the past,
in the past, I've run into Gunny Ermey, who sadly is no longer with us.
Yeah, rest in peace, Gunny.
But he was there. Local dignitaries, chief of staff, they've shown up to get their picture taken.
Mm-hmm.
They don't actually ride. We did have Mike Pence rode with us one year. Not to get political, but he
rode.
He rode his. Yep.
Not just a photo op.
Nope.
What does he ride?
He had a Harley.
Mm-hmm. Left an oil trail.
No, they don't leak anymore.
I was going to say, I heard they fixed that. So.
Yeah. Well, that was actually designed in on the older bikes.
For what reason?
To oil the chain. It was to oil the chain. Literally, it was to oil the chain.
I know nothing about bikes. I love looking at them, but I don't know what I'm looking. I see beauty.
Yep.
It's like looking at Mona Lisa. She's pretty in her own way,
And well, speaking of beauty, I'll give you one last beauty shot here. This is looking across the Pentagon parking lot as we're rolling out. And that is just an absolute sea of bikes.
Whoa.
Rough guess, we were looking at 20 to 30,000.
It's a lot of rumbling.
It is. The numbers are down from previous years back when it was Rolling Thunder. But they're slowly climbing back up.
Steve, from a logistics point, do they shut roads down? Do you just ride with traffic?
No, it's fully police escorted. The National Mall is shut down. Mm-hmm. We leave out of the Pentagon, cross Memorial Bridge, left around the Lincoln Memorial to 23rd. 23rd and Constitution, you'll find Tim Chambers, the saluting Marine. Make a right at him, up Constitution to the Capitol, right in front of the Capitol, then another right down Independence to 395. Once you hit 395, you're on your own.
So when did you get up there? Saturday?
I actually got up there Thursday night.
Okay.
I left here at 4 o'clock, rolled in at 11. I trailered the bike this year. I'm probably going to trailer the bike from now on, just because interstate riding is not fun. It really wears you out, and worked out that I had the truck there because Sunday night I had to take 3 of the Gold Star wives over to the national concert because the bus didn't come pick them up. So I said, well, the Uber's here. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
And, they asked what they could do for me. I said, not a thing. Yeah. I'm here to support you. So
there's activities. I'm sorry. So are there activities like Friday, Saturday, Sunday? And
there are.
What happens on Monday?
Monday, a lot of the ladies have assigned activities, whether it be laying a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown, different memorials, breakfast with the president. There's all sorts of things that they have set up. For me, it's go downstairs, see them off, load up, and leave once they're out headed towards their events.
On Mondays?
On Mondays, yep.
And what was the weather like in DC for this weekend?
It was hot. It was hot. I was in long sleeves Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday I wear a white button down, with my vest, just so it's easy for them to find me in the parking lots. Friday night I wear a red button down because remember, everyone deployed red shirt Friday. So yeah, it's a good time. If anybody rides and wants to join me, definitely let me know. I'll get you on the list. Coming home yesterday, I hit a good bit of traffic. Unfortunately, there was an accident about 4 hours from the house that had me stop for 2 hours. And as I got into South Carolina, our buddy KB decided to do his live stream. And I worked him 20 meters from the truck.
Nice.
Rolling at 70 mile an hour.
Nice. So, on 20 meters. Nice.
20 meters. And he was blowing my ears off in the truck.
Now, what antenna did you have?
The ATOS.
The ATOS. There we go.
ATOS at 70 mile an hour. It worked.
Nice.
Where's it mounted? Where's it mounted on the truck?
The stake pocket directly behind the driver's door.
Wow.
So it's somewhat out of the wind.
And what mount? How do you tell everybody? What'd you do for a mount?
I went with the Breedlove. I do have it mostly on video, but it's the Breedlove stake pocket, and it just clamps in. I ran the coax down through the side of the bed because my stake pocket, when you look in it, you can see all the way down to the ground.
Correct. Yep.
And then I came in the air vent in the back of the cab.
Okay.
Right into the 857.
All right. Now for the big $64,000 question. Any extra grounding?
Not yet.
Any need for it?
Probably. Monday when I left DC, before I left DC, I had the bike all hooked up on the trailer, everything. I ran over and activated a 7.4. So there were 6 trails in a wildlife management area, all in one spot. I got 12 contacts there. I found it worked better with the truck off.
Okay.
I had to have the ignition on, so I had power coming to the radio. But without the engine running, it was great. With the engine running, I've got a little bit of noise I'm trying to mitigate. But yeah.
You think it's coming in through power or through antenna? Or you haven't done your
I haven't done testing yet. I've got the battery in the truck. I'll plug it in and try it later.
Right.
But
eliminate which one you think. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'll
That's
start
what
with
you gotta
power
do.
because that's the easier.
That's the easiest one. You're absolutely right.
But
Start with the easiest one first, and if you fix it, there you go.
yeah, it worked out great and put me at 75 unique parks and added Virginia to my list of activated states.
Congratulations.
So
Excellent.
just need to get back up, hit Maryland, and I've got a few between there and Connecticut that I haven't hit yet. But I do have Connecticut on the list already.
Kind of slap in the face while I was in Ohio. I didn't take the time, didn't have the time to sneak off. It was hilarious though, coming through Tennessee and Kentucky. It's like back to back to back signs of state parks.
State park, state park, state park.
Noelle was sitting over there going, "My gosh!" I said, "See, I
That
told you I had
kills you,
plenty.
doesn't it?
I told you I
kills you,
had
doesn't it?
plenty of places to pull off, rent a campsite, and sleep in the truck." She didn't want me sleeping on the side of the road or at a gas station. So
Yeah.
It's funny you said that because I remember when I dropped off Maggie last August up to the university, and I could see, and I remember hitting them a couple years ago. I'm like, I've been there. Oh, I haven't, and it was fun to but then you kind of get Jones and like, wait a minute, I want to stop, but you have what you have to do, right? But it's and as POTA people, we're so it's like looking at the big towers on the side of the highway now, and it's just another thing to say to catch our attention. I love it.
yeah.
Kind of makes
How about
the ride
this
go a little easy.
special guest we got coming in tonight?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Think he can let himself on?
I was gonna
screen?
say, do we need to put a mask on, or is he just gonna jump in when he's ready?
I hate you fuckers.
Ah,
We love you too, baby.
Is he coming in happy, or is he going to come in like a grumpy old man?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm tired.
Good.
Beyond tired, but yeah, I'm here. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm late.
Good to see you, man.
Hey, nice to
I'm
meet
breathing.
you.
I'm breathing.
I've heard so many wonderful things about you.
Don't lie.
It's
better
finally
to be
nice
seen
to
than
meet you.
viewed.
Don't pee down my neck and tell me it's raining.
All right, I miss you, you son of a bitch. How's that sound? Right?
Hey,
There
now
you
I know
go.
you like me,
That's the instant you love it now.
right?
Talk
Exactly.
dirty to me, and now I know you love me.
Hey, Ken. Hey, everybody. I'm just catching up, man. It has been.
The chat's been a little grumpy.
Have they?
Yeah, they've been trying to get us to vote you off and everything.
What a bunch of assholes. Let me just go ahead and hit the red button. Just hit the
green
Molson
button.
eject button.
You're only as good as your last show. That's what this is what it's coming down to. No, come on, guys.
Jody says Shane looks younger. Where's work well? Yeah, I've got the smoothing filter on so that I don't look my age. So I missed you guys. It's been I have been stupid busy. Work has been stupid busy. They said go into technology. It's such an easy job. It's a great easy transition.
They lied to you.
Boy, did they. That's almost like taking the recruiter's word for it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Speaking of recruiters, I got an email today with a link.
They want you to go back.
Oh no, link to company policy and all this other stuff, and it was signed hiring manager. No company name, no manager name, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not hitting any of those links.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
even.
Yeah.
Not playing that game.
That's got a whole bunch of nope written all over it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a whole lot of no.
Well, I missed the introductions. How's everybody doing?
We
Just
got through
finish
them in
them
8
up.
minutes, dude.
What? That's gotta be a record.
Yeah.
Did y'all see we were catching
so.
shit from the Tuesday night playlist, guys?
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, well, they don't have a link tonight, so why don't we just fill their spot?" Okay.
What have we
Right.
said? If you
see how
don't
it
know
is.
where we are, no, but even still, if you don't know by now, 3+ years now going into the show,
Mm-hmm.
whether we put the link up 10 minutes before or 10 hours before, it doesn't.
Or 10
where
days
we are.
before.
10 days before. It actually a couple times it was up a couple days before. It doesn't make a difference. You
167
know where to
episodes.
find us. It's one Clubhouse road. You know that. You know
Yeah.
where we are. Just go down the dirt road. You know where we're at.
And you know the key's always under the mat, so come on in.
I was about to say
exactly.
we're We're 167 shows in, same address, hadn't changed. All you got to do is hit that
Right.
subscribe button.
Right, Tuesday
You
night,
get a notification 30 minutes before we go if we remember to put the link out.
as well as YouTube. The YouTube now has this new feature. At least I see it through my iPad. Well, actually, even on my computer, at the top of the screen, you could my various topics, and there's this thing called Live. So when we're live, you know where to find us, as well as all the other live shows from around the world.
I would have been here earlier, but my power surged probably 30 times this morning, and I didn't have the computer on in here, thankfully. And when I got home, I turned the computer on, the microphone wasn't working, and the webcam wasn't working. I was like, well, looks like I'm gonna be buying some more stuff.
Okay.
So I unplugged everything, replugged everything back in. Re-downloaded the software for the camera and the software for the microphone, and then magically it just started working again.
It was
So,
probably just a Windows update.
Yeah.
probably.
I was gonna
Windows
say,
likes to do Windows things.
Shane, did you see where I got to ride
No,
this
I didn't.
weekend? Here you go.
Or is this the roll into remember thing?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. On the back of the bike.
Nice.
No, my escort thought she'd be funny and try to jump on. I was like, okay. So I hopped up on the back.
Yeah, take off. Let's do it.
So
Well, did y'all thank everybody and our green chat members? I feel
No,
so
I-
lost. I feel like lost as a goose in a hurricane.
just
coming in
about
late,
to get to
man.
that.
I was gonna say we were getting to that.
Shane, can you tell me how many people are watching us?
115. So if somebody wants to
There you
text the Smoking Ape and tell him we got 115 watching, I think
And
he would
14
be
on the Twitter.
he would be he'd be
Oh,
glad to hear
Twitter.
that. I haven't seen him in the chat yet.
No.
But
I got
No,
a
man, I ain't
package I
seen
need
none
to
of
get to
them
'em.
coffee guys, dude.
I saw a Mr. Ham. Well, they're probably all still recovering from Hamvention. I heard some wild stories.
Nah.
Well, hang on.
Wow,
Their show last
not
night.
Jim and T.O. They go to bed early, like 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Mm.
and their show last night, I think, went almost 3 hours. Let's see,
Oh.
7.
It was
they were
over
working
2.
on the-
I caught the end of it.
Yeah,
They trying to
you
compete.
caught the end of it.
I said hi in the chat, and they ended it. My bad.
What happened?
Who'd I make mad?
See, Jim learned, and Jim said it best. They're working on this M17 project, and it was working great. And they should have just ended the show there. But then all
They
of a
went down
sudden,
the rabbit hole.
And then T.O. starts pushing the button,
Exactly,
and all of a sudden this and that, and the WPSD doesn't recognize this. Now, so I thought it was great. I said to everybody, heck, man, because we started talking about in the chat breakfast, waffles, pancakes, and French toast. I said, that's it. I'm making breakfast, guys. Who wants some? Because there's nothing wrong with that stuff in the evening.
Yeah,
right.
breakfast is good any meal.
They worked last night, and they had a good show. It was a really fun, another good fun Nugget show to watch. So,
Well, I haven't seen his name pop by, but Bob Kampf,
Yeah.
C-O-B. I haven't seen him in the chat. I'm sure he is, but
He was here earlier.
I have to issue a public apology. Bob, I forgot to send your information over to Matt. I sent it today.
He's
So
looking
watch
for you around.
watch for an email. He
looking for
is.
you.
He's trying to track me down. So I'm apologizing profusely. I'm sorry, Bob. I got your information sent over to this morning. So look for a email from Matt, and he will he'll give you the options of what kind of wire you want and all that kind of good stuff, so that you can get that
Shane, he
infant
bought
half-wave kit.
billboards. He bought billboards all over the major
All over
interstates
Minnesota.
saying, have you seen this guy? I'm looking, this guy.
So Bob, I apologize. It's been nuts here.
Oh.
There we go. All right. I'll put it up on the screen. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Oh, sorry about that.
Hey, Shane, you know something? You almost got a message from me saying, I'll take the couch. You know the
Yeah.
couch you have?
Yeah.
And then I thought for 1 second, the price it's going to cost to have you ship it.
Then at the rate that I'm going, you might get it in 6 months.
Well, I was thinking like your desk. You might never get all the parts to it.
Right? I was gifted a leather couch and love seat that was in immaculate shape. And so I had my sectional, and I was like, I gotta get rid of this. And if you ever want to unload something quickly, throw it up on Facebook Marketplace and put it at a decent price. That was gone in 30 minutes. They picked it up today.
Wow. And it
Yep.
picked up the same day. Wow.
And they picked it up today. Yeah. I said,
What was
here's the
that?
pictures. It is what it is.
Right.
And I'm not here to bargain.
Yep.
What was that?
It was a sectional
Oh.
sofa.
I was gonna say we did have one of the Blue Star mothers actually broke her ankle Thursday before I got there.
How do you do that?
She stepped
no.
off the curb and felt it snap.
How do you do
Oh.
that?
That sounds like me sneezing and pulling a muscle in my back.
Right.
You know your
has
camera's
happened.
going, right?
Yeah, his
Yeah,
camera
I'm
just died.
raising my desk up.
Oh.
I didn't want to show off my dirty shirt.
And
Oh,
you know,
please.
she
Like,
was
it's
all
gonna
worried
be
about
like the
not being
first
able to
one.
ride.
We're just glad you got
Right.
one.
Right?
Yeah, this time.
A dirty shirt. Just turn it inside out.
Rude.
Yeah. I told her, I said, if she can get her leg over the bike, she can ride. I didn't care that her foot was out there, in a cast. And she's like, well, what about my crutches? I was like, sister, I got you.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Strapped him to the trunk of my bike.
There you go.
What about
Yeah,
the
that
Purple
looks
Haze
like a
van
beam
back there?
That's a beam antenna there right there if you ever needed it.
Right? You could tune that puppy up.
Yeah.
That's a Moxon if I've ever seen one.
They make
Yeah.
great 6-meter antennas.
They do.
I bet they do. With all that aluminum tubing.
Throwing around stealing guys'
I was gonna
crutches
say.
for 10
Right?
Come on, I don't know
And
baby bitty.
If you watch, I want to
It's a
say it was
Kyle move.
Mike. Mike had a video where the We4DX crew actually used a set of crutches and
So there's
a Jameson bottle, I think, is the ugly ballon.
that may not ever
That's
made
awesome.
it to YouTube.
I
Right.
think
You probably wasn't
No,
supposed to talk about that.
No,
our
it was on
buddy
YouTube.
Kevin, our buddy Kevin in Iowa. I'm trying to think. K0KLB. I'm wondering if he's done crutches. I think he might have. Let's
He's
face it,
done
we know
everything.
He's done all the farm equipment. I get it, but I think
See,
if
I'm allowed
anyone
to talk
knows,
about it.
where's N2MAK? Is he in the chat or anyone else who knows Kevin? I think he did crutches also.
He was in
Someone
the
needs
chat
to
earlier.
someone needs to FedEx him a set of crutches so he can tune them up.
I was gonna say, I bet our friend Jeff still has her set because that's the set they used out at the We4DX. Crowd.
Gotcha.
Oh, it was a Woodford Reserve bottle. I've been corrected.
Get it right.
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah, Woodford's a whole lot different than Jameson. That's true.
That is true. I love Woodford. That's good stuff.
Hey, can I give a plug?
Go.
No, you can't.
So this came in the mail today.
Oh,
Seen a lot of those shirts at Hamvention.
Black Swamp Amateur Radio
Yeah.
Club. Yes.
I got a
Hmm.
T-shirt. Sandy, KE8UTX, is going to be one of our guests in the next couple of weeks. We're just trying to work out a date convenient for her.
We will be on our best
kind
behavior.
enough. They were kind. Oh, absolutely. They were kind enough to send me a T-shirt, a handwritten, thank you, along with some of their stickers. I follow them on Facebook. If you do not follow them on Facebook, again, you know how I can't stand Facebook, but there are maybe 10% of Facebook that I do like, and the groups are one of them. And I know at the times we have our opinions about the groups, but their group and following them is fun. It is fun to there's a bug in this. Get out of here, bug. They are a fun group to follow, and I commend when their enthusiasm. They're out chasing POTA. They are creating POTA. They're doing a lot of good things for our hobby. I heard they were down at, obviously, Hamvention was in their backwoods there, and they were present. But they're all over. They're all over the airways. Put them inside your ham alert. You can chase them on 40. You can chase them on 20. They're all over the place. They're having a great, great time. They're a good inspiration for all of us. So, but like I said, we're going to have Sandy on here soon. And we're going to find out whether she likes chicken, steak, and fish, and what's her favorite antenna and bands and all other fun stuff. So, but again, thank you. Thanks to this group for taking the time and sending me something. So it really deeply appreciated.
Nice.
Don, did you get a new camera?
You mean the camera that goes up and back and forth and back and forth and
Mhm.
all over the place?
Well, no, I was just
Well-
that's just saying you look different.
Looks
I didn't-
good, doesn't it?
It looks like you're in
More handsome?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I would
Well,
go
the
that
background looks better.
I'm about to say the background looks better.
Okay, so far. This is the fourth show, I think, that I'm using the iPad. I'm using the app. Although I come in as a guest. I don't come in as like a regular, which I don't
Yeah.
care. It's just
From
like,
the app, you can't come in as an admin.
and this is just, and I'm just running the help me out, AirPods,
Mhm.
AirPods, whatever these things are called. That's it. Nothing special. There's a little ring light giving me a little light. I got my iced tea. Got my
Yeah,
cigar.
That's kind of the
I got
setup
it.
that I use when I'm out on the
I got a
patio.
candy bar. in case I get
Ah.
hungry.
He's like, I got $1. Hey, hey,
That-
hey, hey.
That camera
Hey,
keeps
hey,
moving
hey.
though.
Right.
Yeah, we can't.
He's
Shane,
got-
we were talking about this earlier. I can't figure out the toggle. What do you call those? The toggle switches in the.
I love
keep
his
where it
own
doesn't.
technology.
I know, right? It's cute.
Papa, just leave it alone. It's supposed to do that.
Ken,
Just be
just,
still.
just
That's
for
all.
Izzo, we did have barbecue potato chips up in DC.
Oh, what the hell is that? What's it called? Middlesworth? Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
50 cents.
50 cents a bag.
Nice.
Wow.
That ain't one of them little bitty ones either.
Usually they're
it
like
was-
$3
well,
now.
It was less than a full ounce. I mean,
Oh, just a
You
big
need to
bag.
tell
A lot of air.
Steve
Yeah.
needs to go into his Discord and read his messages.
oh,
They lit up like a Christmas tree. You got like on the left side of your screen, there's like every other icon has got 700 unread
Yeah,
messages.
he was talking about that
Go
earlier.
read your messages, son. Jeez.
Yeah.
that's all the different Discords I'm in.
Right. I had to consolidate them into folders.
He
I
trusts
did-
people that's got thousands of notification bubbles, man.
I
Did
see.
you guys-
They're
Did you
irresponsible.
guys notice? Have you guys noticed with the latest Discord app update how they kind of redid things?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they
Well,
moved the
at least for the
freaking direct
iOS.
messages again.
On the
It was
app
on-
or on the
It's up at
on the
top,
computer.
and if you, it's not
On
on the
the app.
bottom. It's now up at the top, and this. And
Well,
that,
it used to
and
be on the top, then they put it on the bottom. I finally got used to that. Now I'm like, where the hell is it at again? Oh, it's
Now
back
it's
at the
back on top.
top.
Back
Mm.
at the top. Yeah.
But YouTube still has a freaking heart on the chat.
You know, I
Oh,
have
Right
I
up
have
there at the
some-
top where it says top chat, live chat and stuff. That'd be, I sent them a screenshot. This
so
would be a perfect place to put that little heart, guys.
you actually have the option to shut the reactions off right there.
Yeah, I know, but
Where?
You click the 3 dots on the right where it says live chat.
oh, you can do it for yourself.
Son. All right. So,
So
they should be
Thank you,
off now
Steve.
because I'm logged in as a Clubhouse.
There I
It's
go
been
again.
off on mine.
get all stressed out
Oh man.
when there was a solution I could have done myself.
Right.
You guys,
Where
Tell
you
on the
been?
YouTube, on the YouTube, do you guys go ad free? I'm thinking about paying the extra. bucks.
Nah.
You don't want to see my ugly mug in high definition. 720 is good enough.
No. Here's the thing. I'm tired of the ads. I am sick and tired of the ads. I'm
Well,
done.
then-
Oh, YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Sorry.
The
Yeah, get that
YouTube
premium then.
But is it worth it?
Well, if it's
I just
driving
skip
you
the
crazy,
ads.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
what I'm
true.
saying. It might just be worth it. Just
Is there a
regardless of
price on your mental health? Joe Brett, have you been sitting on something you wanted to share?
Yeah, just whenever the appropriate time comes along, I was just a little bit of rant, a little bit of show and tell.
I have some show and tell as well. Whenever
And actually, I'm just going to wing it. I don't know. But a lot of you heard about my fiasco. I had one of those bleeping Jim moments from 2023. Well, I
No.
participated in the bleeping hunt, scavenging hunt 2024 at Hamvention.
Mm.
So yeah, I got there on Friday, a little late, walked in at 3:00 in the afternoon, a couple hours left in the show. First objective, I want to get an FTM 500, right? The reason I want this radio, is it's got the front speaker in the head, right? So I can eliminate the, external speaker. I can say battery. But then it's also got 50 watts APRS that I can beacon out. And up until then, I was running the FT5 plugged into power in the back with an external antenna. So only had 5 watts APRS. And I could tell the difference when I was around somebody that had a 50 watt.
Like
And
Vern.
I'm like, man, I want to be able to beacon as far as they beacon, you know? I want to be able to do that.
Reach out and touch somebody with it.
Yeah. So I get there, I go straight to Gigaparts. I think we talked about this last week, of course.
I missed
They're
it.
out.
So sorry.
They're out. Already sold out. I'm like, and I was fitting to tell Jason with Gigaparts, and I was like, well, go to the darn store and get another one.
Grab me
Then
one.
Then I had to remember, oh, we're not in Huntsville. So, yeah, they're a long way from home, right? So I cut him some slack, went over to HRO. They're all out. What? HRO is like never out, right? So anyway, just went on about
This
my
was 10
business.
minutes after the gates opened, right?
No. This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 hours until close.
Oh, okay.
But it's day one. So I'm sitting there thinking, how's these son of a guns, as popular as that radio is, you know, it's one of the new ones, and don't come with enough stock to make it through the first day, right? Well, of course, evidently there was another record-breaking attendance, so maybe they wasn't counting on that. I don't know. But anyway, so I bleeped my way on out, socialized a little bit, left, done some more bleeping. And somebody said, did you try DX Engineering? Now, generally, DX doesn't really bring a lot of stock to some of these shows.
Right.
Unless it's Hamvention.
They just have, pretty displays. Well, it makes sense. DX has a store in Ohio.
Ooh.
So like Gigaparts can be the big supplier of Huntsville. DX can supply at Hamvention.
And HRO's got Orlando.
And there you go. So, yeah. We come in Saturday, in the building we walked into, I walked straight into the DX booth just by chance because I had no idea where nothing was at. I didn't have the fancy app like other people did. I'm lost as a goose, but we're about to walk out of the booth, and I see this guy at the end of the where all the cash registers are at, and he's got 2 FTM 500s sitting next to him. So I swoop my way in. Don't care if somebody was in line or not. Sorry if he was. It didn't appear.
Throwing elbows.
Right. I didn't wait for somebody to say, I can help you or next. I just took it. And get up there, and I said, you got any more than them FTM 500s? And she types it in on the computer. But it looks like we got 2. I said, all right. I said, if you can put one of those in my hand, I'll put cash in yours. So I pay her for it, wanting to hurry up, you know, like I can pay you after you go get it. You need to go put your hands on that thing. But, yeah. So I see her walking back and forth behind the curtain. I look at Noel, said, they ain't got this radio. The 2 she's showing that they have on that computer is the 2 that guy's got down there. And it was. So she said, but we have a truck on the road already en route. We'll be here. You can pick your radio up with your receipt first thing in the morning. I said, all right. So I show up Sunday morning, and I go straight to the register, tell the woman what's up, what I'm there to get. And they're looking, and they're looking, and they're looking. And she comes back and says, that's the radio we had to put on the truck, especially for you. If you'll stand at the end of the booth here, we'll bring it out to you shortly. They're still looking to see who put it where.
Where it got scanned in.
I said, well, red flag number 1, ma'am. You didn't put it on the truck especially for me because the truck was supposed to be
already on the way.
Already on the road, right? So bless this little younger lady, I should say. She comes up to me after she huddled with some of the other ones and flailed my receipt in there till they was having a discussion about like, who the hell said this, done this, put this, whatever. She comes up to me. I could see her lips quivering a little bit. Like she totally, and I did have the look on my face that I was going to lose my shit. My wife,
That's your normal look.
The angry look.
Yeah, Noelle had done
Mean
walked
mugging.
away to the other side of the booth. I look over at her, and she's like, I'm not staying around for this. I'll be over here. I said, okay. So anyway, she says, sir, sorry, there wasn't any 500s on the truck. They just brought 300s. If you would like a 300, we could give you that. And I'm like, no, I paid
Next story.
I paid them more money for the 500 because, you know, the speaker and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. She said, well, we can either ship it to your house or refund your money. And I'm like, I said, look, I said, ma'am,
Steve's falling asleep.
if I get pissed
Sorry.
off
It's been a long
and
weekend.
just tell you to give my money back, by the time I get home, the coupons are going to be expired and I'll have to pay more for it and still wait for it to come in the mail. So
Yep.
absolutely send it to me. You see the sigh of relief of my cooperation with her. I mean, now, hindsight, if I would have known I was going to be forced to mail order this thing, I probably would have got my money back as long as I could confirm the price with Gigaparts and ordered it from Gigaparts because I would have had it, you know, Tuesday, you know,
Yeah,
a
that's
day
what I
or
say
two.
next day.
Instead, it comes in Friday, 5 days later.
Ooh, ouch!
Wow.
And I started to really give DX some heat on this, right? Because they advertise extremely fast shipping and stuff. But you know what? I did the logical thing. I said, no, before I start laying heat on DX, let me see what the usual expected transit time of USPS is from Ohio to Mississippi.
Oof.
And it is 5 days. So,
Well,
props-
are they doing it in a bicycle?
well, I don't
I
know,
can drive from Ohio to Mississippi in less than 5 days. Shoot.
but
I'm a professional
D-
driver, you know.
Right?
DX
You got to run a
Engineering
logbook.
did in fact ship my product extremely fast. They gave it to the shipper. The shipper just took its time.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-mm.
and this package here
Did they at
was-
least give you a sticker for your troubles?
Right.
no, so she said she was going to knock
Always
some
get
money.
stickers.
She's going to ship it to my house, but knock some more money off the price for my troubles. And I said, well, ma'am, I said, talking about knocking that price off, how you going to do that? Because I paid cash. You going to give me some cash back now? Or I said, and I looked at her, I said, it's going to be store credit, ain't it? And she just kind of put her head down. She said, it'll be a gift card. I said, okay, whatever.
Fine.
Get,
Fine.
get more money out of me. Okay.
Yeah. So they gave me a $25 gift card. I was like, oh, wow. Yay. Let's see what we can buy. Nothing.
Nope.
But I had to look at it another perspective. It's $25 off of something, right? Not a $25 free product, $25 off something.
There you
Okay.
go.
So I got to looking, and $25 wasn't enough off of anything for me to make a purchase. But I did decide, I did find something last night that I found a need for, because when we went on our canoe or kayak little float yesterday, you know, I took the extended battery off and put the factory one back on. But what you got to do, right? You have to unscrew the belt clip off the other one and put it on the other one. And I was like, this ain't going to work. Well, guess what? DX sells an extra clip for $10. And
Hey.
after tax and shipping, that comes out to $23 and change. Good
Hey,
gosh.
there you go. There you go.
Free.
You know,
Now you get it next week.
yeah, I got my shipping confirmation today.
They'll be there 5 days.
We were live actually. So yeah. So anyway, so this box I'm not really going to talk about, but this box is something new that a certain influencer that was there at Hamvention had, and I said, you know what? I've been wanting one of those for many years. I'm going to do it. So by the time I get back home, I had a couple extra payments come in that was owed to me that practically made the radio kind of free, I guess, if you want to say that. I come home with the same amount that I left with, right? So,
Hey, there you go. That's a win.
so I said, hey,
Right.
yeah, it's no brainer. So I went ahead and made this purchase. You will start to notice some differences in some of my recorded videos. But this package right here, this is
Did you get
This
a new
is a-
camera?
this is not to be talked about.
Oh.
What did listen
Uh,
a little. Listen better
although-
than I do.
You
Wait a
have
minute.
that.
So
You can't tell us. What does it say?
look,
Says,
Don't worry about
another
it.
excellent choice.
don't worry about it. Yeah. So this other excellent choice was two products that needed to go with that new product. You know, that I was really like that comes in. It's in time for the kayak trip. This would be great. Get to try it out. Well, the ends of this envelope that's supposed to be glued shut
Oh, I saw that.
was
Oh,
wide
no.
open.
Oh,
I put my hand all the way through my arm, all the way through the envelope, and there's no product.
they done shipped you some airboat fuel.
UPS has brought me this empty paper envelope all the way from
5
California to Mississippi.
5
I
inches
thought
of
you were
prop
going to
wash.
tell me your wife is going to wear that and just remind you. that you
Another
made an
excellent choice.
So-
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, I shouldn't have thrown that
Because
away.
women are good
Ron,
like
Ron
that.
says you probably got some new wireless mics.
I thought about those too, but no, I'm starting to like the ones that I've got. They worked out
Or Willie
great.
Redneck, you got it. I got tongue twisted. They sent you some
Sailboat.
sailboat fuel.
Sailboat fuel, yeah. So anyway, let's talk about the
Someone
mount
gets it.
of the FTM 500. So I had this whole vision, right? I really like the remote head of my radio to be like above my rear view mirror, right there on the window between the rear view and the headliner. It just fits. It's great. The FTM 500 doesn't fit so much. I was going to have to move it because it was covering half my mirror up.
Oh,
You don't need a
darn.
mirror.
That darn big head. So this is what do you call it? Lido, L-I-D-O?
Lido.
okay.
The Lido mounts. This is a
Mm-hmm.
Lido mount for the FTM series of radios. And it is a window mount, or a sticky mount. You put it on a window, wherever that little sticky 3M surface would fit. It worked great as long as I was parked in the shade. But when I come back from kayaking yesterday, got in the truck, and I'll be darned, it's hanging by a wire.
Sitting on the dash.
And I said, well, I was needing to move it, and
Mother Nature helped.
because where I
Nature help,
stuck it
yeah.
on my window, I've got one of those tent strips, across the top of the window. And I'm like, man, that's probably going to pull my tent off, mess it
Yep.
up. So there's a silver lining to it, right? Tent's fine, radio's not on the window, so we're good. But I got to come up with another solution. I got it remounted last night.
Oh, that looks slick.
I like
Okay.
that, Joe.
So I got to looking. This is another little rant of mine. Freaking shipping charges. Jesus. So
That's why everyone buys everything on Amazon.
yeah. So Yaesu's got this nice little mount for the FTM radios. And it's just an angled piece of steel, right? Or whatever. And I was like, I could slide some of that and mount it in the headliner, in between the headliner and the roof.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
And
Like they
have
do
it ju-
certain lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So, this is
That's
what
what I
it
was
would have
thinking.
looked like. Well, I go to add it to my cart, like Gigaparts has it, $10. Add it to my
25
cart.
shipping.
$8 in shipping.
It's going to be over $30 after shipping. It was $20-something
Yeesh.
shipping, like $23 shipping, I think.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I'm like, you got me messed up.
I'm
not
not
doing
Now,
it.
some,
I'm plumb
now, some guys
sideways.
I will drive over to
tell you,
Gigaparts
why don't
first.
you just 3D
Right?
print it, and 28 hours later, you'll have a 3D print.
Because
28 hours later.
let me, I wish I could pull up the pictures. 3D printing and the Mississippi heat is, I prototype in PLA, or I used to, now I'm kind of out of PLA, but it was just a temporary. Let's print it in this, see
Right.
if it works. Well, it melts, really quick inside car heat, this part.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
So I reprinted when I got the FTM 500. No, before I got it. Before we went to Hamvention, I needed a new mount for the 2800, 7800, whatever. Anyway, had it printed in PETG, which is supposed to handle heat better, right?
A little bit.
Not here. Maybe
Not
in
Mississippi.
Canada, Alaska, something like
I
that.
would say maybe in
Where it gets
Connecticut.
80.
Yeah. So it was no longer functional. So anyway, back to the FTM 500 here. Yeah, I see you need ABS or something. There's ABS and something else that's now
Carbon
that's
fiber.
recommended.
Yeah, Carlos is saying with the carbon fiber.
Yeah. There's all kind of mix you can get. So anyway, what's interesting about this is this mount's not going to work. I still got to come up with something, but it's working for now, and that works, right? Can you see
That lip, yeah.
any guesses what I made this out of with just seeing that?
It's some type of cushion, but yet.
It's metal.
From the molding from a vehicle inside the car. Molding,
Well,
plastic molding.
Vehicle is from a vehicle, but it's more specifically from the tag. So I got me.
Oh my God! Look at that. I like that.
I made me some measurements. And I went out to the shop and got my 10 snips.
Mm-hmm.
And I hacked up an old car tag I had laying around. And I was like, but the thing is, when you cut the car tag into little strips like this, they become a lot weaker.
Mm-hmm.
So that's temporary. That's temporary.
Dean says he can print it in ABS or ASA.
Well, thank you, Dean.
See, Joe, what you did is what we call up here good old Yankee ingenuity. This is why we save stuff. But I like that idea.
It's not hoarding.
It's
not hoarding. We're saving
someday
stuff.
I'm going to use it. Right. The excuses or the reasoning, I should say excuse. The reasoning is someday I'm going to use it. This is why we store stuff up in the garage, up in the rafters.
At least paint it.
At least paint it.
HK, the thing is, if I paint it, then I'll forget that it's temporary. All right.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah.
Oh, so it's got to be an eyesore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you really can't see it.
Well, for you, it's an eyesore though, because you know what's up there.
Spray painted black.
No, not really. I don't.
Okay. I was just trying to.
Actually, I haven't went on a test drive yet, but if it doesn't bounce around too much, it may be a one of those longer temporary things.
You know what I would use that for, Joe?
Until Dean gets your parts printed.
You take your space pen and put it in there horizontally to hold your space pen.
Right. There you go.
See, everything has a purpose.
I don't know. It's a pen, I guess. But
two and two together, I guess.
My Milwaukee Sharpie. I don't know.
Yeah, do that. That's right.
So anyway,
absolutely. I
think now I don't have previews of what I'm going to click on, but I think I got this in order. And
get ready, it's a Mexico moment.
I believe we're past the FTM 500 rig mount now.
Who's on the dump button?
One of my friends, one of my buddies was like, "Hey, you need to come see a couple new toys I got." I said, "All right, on my way." So he's got this equipment now, and he's starting to disassemble some of it. And he says, "You got any use for that?" And I'm like, "It's like one of those little tracking satellite things, right?"
Yeah.
You know, track vision, I guess. Just got a little dish in there.
I think it's old school. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. So there's that, and then he said, "Could you use this dish?"
Yes.
I'm like, so
I could do some
out.
EME with this, like no other.
You remember the video where I snuck the mag mount on top of the Tahoe, right?
Yes.
I'm thinking
you're gonna sneak a dish on top of it.
This would be unbelievable reaction.
I like it.
So
that would be hilarious.
I'm going to say that thing's pretty freaking heavy, though.
Good to see Noel in the chat, by the way.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Is he going to throw in the light? Can he also throw in that light in the garage? I like that too. It's not to be greedy, but
you would need half the city's power to run that dadgum thing.
Yeah. So evidently, this is like an old TV transmit and receive dish, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I asked earlier in the in one of the discords, the old KU band or something.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, what I really was wondering, I'm like, could I set this up at the house and one day in 50 years afford a gigahertz transmitter or something? I don't even know what.
Oh, you'd
what
have to ask that Australian about that. It's what he does.
Yeah. Oh, Hayden, the Ham Radio DX he's the expert in dishes. So I don't know. We'll do some thinking on that. Let's see.
I was gonna say you could probably run 1.2 gig through that.
Right? Yeah, something.
At least once.
Put some Christmas lights around it or something.
Hey Joe, here's the question: How long did the tower sit on the ground? Remember, didn't you have a tower on the side
He's still on the ground.
Oh, I got a bunch still on the ground.
Put that right next to it. Someday.
It'll be on top of that tower.
No, but you know where my point is you know where it is. So when you get the time to do it, it's going to be there.
I still think you should try some EME with it.
I mean, something. It's got to be fun for something. So I don't know.
Is it being greedy?
FT4 on satellites.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, tell you what. Without being greedy, we don't need the porch light, or we don't need the light in the garage. Let's just take.
That's got to be a transmitter.
Let's just take the whole vehicle. Wouldn't it be a lot easier to negotiate to take the vehicle?
So what? This is on top of a trailer.
We take the trailer. Bargain.
The trailer and what I'm going to show you next, of course, that pulls it.
But wait, there's more.
All right, Billy May.
It was utilized. It was previously utilized by the Florida National Guard. So they had cameras and all kind of stuff on there. So they probably was doing some transmitting or something with their camera feed or something. Who knows? But so anyway, this is the rig that's pulling it.
Oh! I said $100.
All right.
No, we need to up it.
This son of a gun right here, that is a Ford F650.
Ooh.
This is a compartment that you actually get in right here.
I've seen a Doppler on wheels built out of one of those.
Did you say 650?
650.
Oh, yeah. Your wallet can't handle the gas bill on that bad boy.
Somebody call Beer Snack. How much money is in the Clubhouse account? We gotta buy this.
It is 4-wheel drive. But yeah, so like your steps are stored right here. So the steps come out and you step into this whole little compartment. It's got the nice canopy to come out. This truck right here is the top of a pneumatic pole. And this is inside the trailer.
It's got a built-in mast.
Yes.
Oh, so all right for that.
This is inside the trailer. And so the trailer's got one, and so does the truck.
With the instructions that say, do not drive while it is extended.
Yeah.
The only thing, first thing to come to my mind, I was like,
you figured it out when you hit the first overpass.
Can I take it to the POTA?
Yes.
Yes.
Once. Then everybody's going to look at you like, what in the hell are you doing?
In the past, we've talked about this. You get this. You got to do something for Noelle. Now, I've said before, pocketbooks, this is diamonds. You're going to have to buy her some more diamonds, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to take it off your hands.
Is that the trailer I see behind it, or is that Outriggers?
That's another trailer.
Okay.
Not the one that I was showing. I don't guess
somebody's been shopping at usagov.com.
I was just going to say, I love that website.
Gov deals.
Buy the pallet. Buy the pallet.
This is the kind of goodies you can get when you are in good with the Homeland Security surplus folks. The only caveat to that is when Homeland Security says, hey, we need our truck here.
We need our truck back.
You have so many hours to take it down there, and you got to babysit it as long as they want it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does it have a generator and stuff in there?
It has 2. He told me how big they was, some kind of kilowatts. But so the trailer, I wish I'd got a picture of it. The trailer had a 255 amp hour battery in it. 2 of them actually.
Okay.
So much for a big geek, huh? We got to find a new name for big geek.
Don't tell Mike.
Whenever this thing was whenever it was in operation last, evidently they did not know about LiPo batteries.
So in other words, there's a lot of weight back there.
Yeah, no kidding.
So it was already sitting on the floor of the building or whatever. He says, grab one end of it, try to pick it up. Dude, just one end of it.
Yeah, right.
I was like, man, that's
forklift only.
He said him and another guy.
That's a caterpillar. That's a caterpillar job.
It was up on top of some cabinets in its own little compartment, and they go to pull it out, and whoop! Yeah,
I bet.
Almost went through the floor. They wasn't ready. So I guess that's all I got, man.
You just teased me. You just got me I am so.
just a little rant about
That's
shipping
30
times.
30
and
minutes
charges.
of Joe Brett. We ain't never had 30
Oh,
minutes
my
of Joe Brett
God.
going. I'm just
Tell
telling
me
you right
about
now.
it.
I may have to take the next 2 weeks off, man.
Damn, you came in
I was
so
gonna
big
say,
on that one.
get the truck,
so-
bring it to Huntsville. We'll put a
Right.
hex beam on top. and
I'm
let's
so
go.
tired right now. Whew. I need
Like
an
said,
energy drink.
Call beer
You need some
snack.
coffee over there?
Mhm.
Call beer snack. How much is our funds? I'm gonna throw it on my credit card. I mean, the financial cash register is going off in my head of how can I get this?
Oh, Shane, you'll like this. So,
All right. Does it come with a balloon?
let me. Well,
Well,
the mask
look at
could lift stuff up to the balloon to you.
That's
Right.
right, Mo. Mo's right.
Let me pull this up so we can kind of show it. So this is the system that he wants to put in it. This is going to be like a command trailer truck combo deal. How do I do this? There we go. So he's going for cyclone port. You ever heard of this?
Mhm.
Oh my God. This
No.
is like weather station with AI on steroids or something.
Really?
Flexible weather surveillance.
Oh,
I'm
is
in.
that what Ryan
in.
Hall uses?
It does utilize the Omega radar. So
Okay.
kind of the same product because you can see the Omega stuff back there in the background.
Right.
But it allows him
He has that network.
yeah,
Or he's
may-
plugged into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can put up these live feeds and put cameras up on the poles and all these weather sensors and have all this. The thing that blew my mind, he was telling me, was that this is supposed to have, I hadn't read over it or anything, but cyclone port. So he's supposed to be able to say they're on a missing person search and they bring this rig out for the command center. He's supposed to be able to use this software and type in the biometrics of the missing person, age, weight, medications, all this stuff. And with the weather forecast of ever how long they've been missing and upcoming, it's supposed to calculate survival time for their body type and stuff. You know, it's not going to be exact, but
It'd be pretty close.
it's a calculation. So I thought that was
It's more information than you got when you started.
yeah. I
Right.
thought that was pretty neat. Oh, well, let's move on to Shane sharing.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh,
buddy.
yeah.
I was gonna like preface this, but so we had an event on Saturday, and we got to make this 95-year-old young lady feel special. She has always wanted to go in a hot air balloon ride, so we took our special basket that's got plexiglass all over it, and it has a ramp where she can roll into it. And she got to, this is right as we took off. She went up for about 150 feet and got to hang out for about 15 minutes and we had a good old
That's
time.
awesome.
That's
That is
cool.
awesome.
But
Very
now I want to see a plexiglass floor.
Oh God, no.
No. I'll eat barbecue.
I mean, it wouldn't bother
I'll
me,
eat
but
I will eat barbecue potato chips again.
Oh,
Barbecue potato chips. Absolutely.
Shane, scratch the plexiglass floor. Do an
Okay.
LCD, maybe covered with plexiglass, whatever. You know how they do the animated bridges
yeah.
that look like
Where
they're
it
falling
breaks.
apart up under?
Oh,
Oh,
you guys are evil.
no, I'll eat barbecue potato chips again.
it was a great event. This is right as we get everything set up out there. But this is Bear Creek Smokehouse out in west, about 3 hours west of Dallas. And they had us come on out. They had a band and everything playing up here. So it was a blast. And they asked us if we had a wheelchair accessible basket. And we were like, heck yeah. So
Nice.
loaded it up there we went. So, yeah.
That's-
What day was that? When was that, Shane? Last
Saturday.
week? Oh, this week?
Saturday. Because Saturday is the day that I normally will build up the streams and publish the podcast and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, nothing got done. So, but it was a blast. Glad I'm not. Glad I don't have COVID anymore. That's that's always a good
Yeah,
thing.
man. Congratulations.
Can talk
Yeah,
again.
I saw that test.
So-
We saw that test. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it caught me by
Shane's having a
surprise.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like it. But we got 2 more flights and a check ride potentially scheduled for the end of July.
Thank goodness. You hurry up and wrap that up, man.
I'm waiting on Mother Nature to stop pissing on the ground out here. Especially after last night, I driving to work. I was like, I ain't going to fly for another 2 weeks after all this rain out here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did
We
you
saw
see
that,
what
yeah.
happened to KB?
Oh, I think somebody said his hex beam's gone.
His hex beam took a hit.
He needs to
Really?
order that VQ3, whatever it is, that
VHQ.
big one.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Shane, are you
Wow.
trying to ignore Carlos's comment?
Ah,
I'm too busy for that. What are you talking about?
he's right. though.
Podcast friends.
That's why you don't kiss the. That's why you don't kiss the strange ones. You only kiss the ones.
That's
you
true.
know.
That's true.
Mhm.
Somebody
Yeah.
said something about podcast. Where did I miss it?
Oh, yeah. I was just going to read to the podcast listeners that Carlos stated that is what you get for kissing strange girls, Shane.
I keep forgetting about those podcast folks.
When I tried to remember, because we actually had a new Discord member join that directly said he finally came over after listening to the podcast for a while. So,
Well, and that's
What?
how
Look at
Four Wheeling found us, was through the podcast.
And I got to get on it.
ain't that neat?
I got to get on it because I do mention every time that join us over on YouTube. We're live if you can. You know, you were talking about your shipping woes, and I had to order some more balloon parts, and my package was shipped today from Michigan,
Yeah.
and it will be here Friday,
Not bad. Not bad.
and it's an oversized package.
Oh, well, that's even
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So it gets priority handling.
Or-
Means they're going
or-
to drop kick it about 4 times instead of 5.
for what they charge me, they better not. They charge an extra 30 something bucks for because it's
Mike says-
oversized.
Michigan greater than Ohio.
Mhm.
But it was
Good
kind
old-
of funny.
good old
Okay,
Mike.
so I had these orders in. The new let's see. Okay, I'm trying to get my windows back right. The radio is coming from Ohio USPS. The new product was coming from Hong Kong by FedEx, and the parts to go with that product was coming from California UPS. So I was like, oh, I've only managed to get FedEx and UPS in the driveway at the same time before. Now I'm getting all 3 of them, right? Like I need to find something for DHL or something, but
DHL and Amazon.
Yeah, there you go.
Amazon doesn't do they don't do deliveries down
I was going
Mississippi.
to say, yeah, you're probably too out in the boonies.
Which I mean, there's a warehouse, less than an hour away, but they don't do the delivery stuff yet. They still hand that off.
So what do you have to do?
You need to
have
open
go
a drone
to
delivery service. That
Right,
would-
right.
Oh, God.
their
No.
locker. What do you got to
So
do, Joe? You have to go to the
they-
locker.
No, they give it to the USPS people.
So
they
they
got
can lose it.
UPS.
they must have a dang good contract with the Postal Service.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
I'm going to finish out. Say all 3 of those competing mail shippers came within 30 minutes of each other, but unfortunately not at the same time.
Damn.
Yeah, I was really rooting for FedEx because they was coming from the other side of the world, flew into Alaska, and then flew into Memphis, and like they were doing their tracking updates, just bam, bam, bam. UPS scanned it in, and that was it until it got to my door. UPS sucks at their tracking updates, and then
No, that's right.
USPS done a good job tracking until it went into North Carolina, and then I was like, "Oh, great!" They tried driving to South Carolina, and Steve or one of his buddies won it, I guess.
Mhm.
But then it finally showed up too. But ADHD. What we was talking about? You mentioned something about delivery. This is real time, folks.
Mhm.
I can smell something.
That's the plastic I ran over with the truck on the way home.
I got a tree. I got a tree burning outside.
Oh, it's the gears turning.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Burning out,
Maybe we'll come
burning
back
out
to it.
that COVID out of you.
actually, somebody let a mattress cover, or the plastic bag that goes over like a mattress or box springs
Yeah.
when you buy it.
Yeah.
They let that fly out of their vehicle,
Oh, I got
and
it.
I hit it last night. It melted to the exhaust on the truck immediately.
Oh.
You.
Nice.
Yeah,
So,
now
I
I
got my
get
thought
the
back.
truck up in the air. Go for
All
it.
right, quick, Joe.
Shoot. Oh yeah, Amazon's contract with USPS. Why I say it, they must pay them pretty good on this contract, because I got the empty package in Friday. 5 minutes Amazon initiated a reshipment, and they said it'd be here Monday. And I'm like, no, dude, ain't nothing coming in the mail Monday, because it's a
That's
holiday.
a holiday.
That's
Yeah.
solid.
I be damn. USPS pulled up in the driveway on a Monday. I was like, I be damn.
They've been delivering
What-
stuff on Sundays even.
Well, I'll be damned.
But on a holiday,
Sundays,
a
I
federal
know.
holiday,
Sundays I know, but yesterday I was literally out here in the pouring rain, and the neighbor across the street was getting an Amazon delivery.
oh yeah, it has to be
Oh,
Amazon. They ain't
Amazon,
bringing
no big
nothing
deal.
else. So I'm like, dude, they're paying some good change for
Well,
handing
I
those
figure,
deliveries off.
who's working on Memorial Day? The military, doctors, hospitals, 911, public safety. That's really about
Retail.
What I'm
yeah, that's
wondering,
true. But
I'm wondering what the holiday pay for the USPS worker was like.
Oh, absolutely.
triple pay.
I was gonna say
It's holiday and whatever their
overtime, holiday pay. Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
I mean, I got paid to stay home yesterday because it just happened to be my day off, but they still have to pay me the holiday based on our union, based upon our contract. But
I would like to acknowledge Molson in the chat. It's good to see you. He's been here for a
Yeah.
while,
hit the
listening
thumbs
to
up.
us. Appreciate you listening there,
Hey guys,
Daniel.
seriously, speaking
He's
of
been
all-
hanging out in the dumpster fire.
Here's the thing, guys. There is a Dairy Queen ad. Excuse me. There is an ad, and I've been trying to catch it on TV. And I've literally had my phone ready to go. But there, at least here in my region of the country, there is a Dairy Queen ad. They added a new Blizzard flavor. And it shows like the guy at the end of the property eating it. And I swear, when I first saw it, I said, that looks like Molson. It has that Molson look.
He's gonna almost be the spokesperson for them.
I think so, and I'm gonna catch it and I'm gonna post it. I'll post it in our Discord when I get it. I know it's only about timing because this ad runs throughout the day, part of the evening, and like I said, up until I fall asleep, I got my phone ready to screenshot that TV. And like I said, it looks like Molson. It is like, oh my God, they got him. You know, he did a contract with
He
them.
has a part-time job as a spokesperson for Dairy Queen.
So,
Dog
Steve,
scared
guess-
the crap out of me.
Hey,
What?
hey, Steve, guess who I saw on Sunday?
Who'd you see?
Remember Scotty, who you met? My Uncle
Yeah.
Scotty, who you met a couple years ago? So we opened up the backyard on Sunday. Kids wanted to go back to doing what we used to do. And we run three big parties a year, one inside for Christmas Eve, one for July 4th, one for Memorial Day. That's
Okay.
always been a tradition here. And, we had to shut things down, but the kids came up to me back in April. They said, hey, listen, this is what we want to do. And I said, absolutely, let's do it. Invite everybody, invite the Outlaws, invite your friends, this and that. Uncle Scotty comes. Jennifer was there. Everyone got to meet Jennifer. It was very good. It was very, very good. But it was very interesting because, Uncle Scotty's our age, and he sat down with today's young adults, the college kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he just slipped right in, and he was talking about things and this and that, and they were asking him questions, and he was funny. It was amazing how he was able to hang with the young 20-year-old group, but it was funny because I'm about 20 feet away from him, and I'm sipping my tequila and I'm having a cigar, just relaxing, and he's just hanging with everybody. But we had almost I think 25, 30 people here, and it was fun. It was fun to open up the backyard and everything. And then, of course, in the evening came around, everybody was shooting off fireworks, and and then you create this is how we get rid of the mosquitoes. This is our way of controlling the mosquito population by smoking up the neighborhood.
Yeah, I was gonna say Memorial Day is one day I would not do fireworks, but that's
I know.
I'm glad somebody else said it because I was saying it all day yesterday. The fireworks stands were open. I was like, why in the hell would you celebrate Memorial Day with fireworks?
I agree because it's not a celebration. Unless you're going to do a celebration of life, I get it. But traditionally, it's not a celebration.
No. And that's why you will not see Happy Memorial Day on my Facebook page if you're on my Facebook.
Your post. I saw your post, and I fully agree with it. I fully agree with you. It's about remembrance.
Yep. I have too many friends that are Gold Star families that don't have their loved ones. So
when we started the event, I said everybody raise a glass, and that's the first thing I said. This is not about the hot dogs, the hamburgers, the camaraderie. This is about people around the world, Americans who have lost, and this is what we're here to remember.
Yeah.
And but I think the young kids get it, but I feel obligated as a parent to still educate my kids and their friends why you're here. And they were all very respectful. My kids hang out. I'm very proud of my kids. They hang out with some good kids. I mean, I saw them do some dumb shit.
We've all done that.
Right.
I still do dumb shit.
Yeah. Matter of fact, some of the things they were doing, I'm like, listen, guys, do you know 30 years ago I was doing that and I could do it 10 times better than you? But I can't say that. I can't say that.
I mean, you can. You're gonna be
well,
that
I don't
guy.
want to contribute. I don't want to contribute to
their delinquents.
Yeah, to them being a bigger dumbass.
Yeah.
It looks like we lost Joe.
Yeah, he lost his camera or something.
Oh.
There he's
hey
back.
guys, I switched over.
Oh, we're back.
Hey
no,
guys,
I had to get rid of that Longhorn, man.
The last 2 weeks, I was dropping off in the stream. My service provider dropped, and so I've been on cellular for the last maybe an hour, and I think I'm doing better off the cellular connection I have as my backup.
It looks to be pretty good.
So
it's not Wi-Fi.
I would have never known.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Like telling me you was on the stock mic, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Shane, I sent you something in the private chat if you want to.
Secrets don't make friends.
That's
you have access to the private
you
chat.
have it access
It's
to
behind my YouTube chat.
Well, but we don't have access to your,
It's a StreamYard chat.
Yeah, but we don't have access to your camera right now, Joe.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Let me see.
If you wanna queue up the links.
Yep. Let me snag the link out of here.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'll read it after you get that
Go
showed.
I got it ready.
I vote
Yeah,
against
go
it.
for it, guys.
It's not unanimous. Sorry, scratch that idea.
Nobody said it had to be unanimous.
Oh, make up the rules as we go, huh?
That's right.
How it is.
We didn't vote on if it had to be unanimous or not.
I'm kidding. Full support.
That's what
Go ahead.
brotherhood is all about.
All right. So Sunday at 3 Pacific time, 3
Pacific.
p.m.
Oh my
Pacific
God. Nobody
time.
knows what that is.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So translate that
It's
into
in-
real time.
5 o'clock Central.
5 o'clock
Thank
Central
you.
time.
5 o'clock God's time.
Over on W6IWN radio, Frank is helping Bobby do a giveaway. What's Bobby's YouTube channel?
W6IWN.
That's
Soda
Bobby?
and Ham. Yep, that's
Okay.
Bobby.
All right. I'm just reading the text here. I don't know all the context here.
Yeah.
All right. So they have to be subbed to Bobby's channel, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if you want to win this, you need to be a subscriber to Bobby's channel, W6IWN Radio. And you can possibly win a signal stick, some stickers, a talk pod, or something from James over at Quirky QRP. So
There you go.
head on over, subscribe, and join them at 3 p.m. West Coast time, 5 o'clock Central time, 6 p.m. on the East Coast. did the math right.
Yep. Yep. You're mathing on stream. You're better man than I am.
That's because I took my socks off. That's why I got it right.
Okay. Is that what I'm smelling?
Look there, and it just went from 1.14K to 1.15.
Oh, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. That's right.
Yep.
Fantastic. Congratulations, guys. That's the first 100 is tough. The first 1,000 is really tough.
Yeah.
I'm switching to the chat. Hold on.
Oh.
Interstellar says, good grief, can't we just do Zulu? I couldn't do the conversion to get it to Zulu time.
I was gonna say if we all just ran on Zulu, it'd be fine.
True. I didn't know any other thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do need to give props.
Eric,
Go ahead.
just saying bye to Eric.
Oh.
See you later, Eric.
See you later, Eric.
Got to go run my last pass of the ISS before flying back to paradise. Oh, he must be on the U.S. side of things.
He has really dove into satellites. If he's been into it for more than a year, he just hasn't done a lot.
He's
of
been doing the
videos now.
green cube too, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Like every time I see him now, he's pointing that antenna up in the air, standing up on picnic tables to get a little more height.
Hey, man's got to do what man's
making
gotta do.
several hundred contacts at the same time.
Which antenna would that be?
Oh, he's got one.
He's
now.
got the arrow.
I went with the. That's
Well,
the elk
He had the
with,
arrow
with a
when
custom
he was
3D printed handle.
He's got the arrow one that's like double the length of everything else.
Oh, good God!
The big one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a 17 element or something like that.
I've got a short one, but it's only good for 10 watts.
Oh Lord. Don't put all your business out there.
I was gonna say, I opened that door. Nobody
Oh,
jumps
Joe
on it.
Brett's going to step in the middle of it. I will say, this is my second new favorite radio.
Is
Tidradio?
that the one that'll
It's
clone?
No, it's the H8.
Okay.
Tell us more, Shane.
Yeah, because
There has to be a reason.
there is. Because when you open this thing up by hitting a certain key combinations, and your friend actually has a business frequency that he has shared with you in order for you to use for private conversations while you're doing some hot air ballooning, these little radios come in handy.
To listen, yeah.
Why can't you talk on a business band?
Because it ain't part certified.
Part 90.
You take businessman into ham, but you can't take ham into business.
And this is my second favorite little radio.
What's that one?
That's the H3.
That would have talked CB, won't it?
Daggum near. But this is my backup radio. So, Tidradio, thank you for sponsoring my hot air ballooning adventure.
Hey, I got breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
I think our buddy Jody found that. Well, he found the commercial that I was talking about with Dairy Queen, and I just sent you guys in our private chat. I quickly did a screenshot. I don't know if the screenshot will do any justice, but thank you, Jody. Jody is awesome. See, you put somebody on it, you tell them we need this, we need that. Our friends find it. They are better than NSA, FBI, Russian Secret Service, North Korea. Jody is the man. Check out that picture. See if it looks like Molson. See if it's worthy of posting here.
He's not on a tricycle, so now.
Ken's got a great question. Will the H3 become the new UVK5? I don't think so, because I don't think the firmware on these is quite as hackable as the K5 is. But this is, with the latest firmware that came from the manufacturer, this is a daggum good radio.
See you, four-wheeler.
In the next 8 months, you might see a video about it. But yeah, I will say if you've got one of those H3s, be sure and go grab the latest firmware, because it works wonders for that little thing. And I have 3 of these now.
And what band are you using them on?
Share the wealth.
One. I don't know if I should say
146.
Are you doing VU and AM?
No, I'm doing switch. Oh, stop that. 151.
Okay. So just outside of 2 meter.
Man, it sounds good and goes far.
Don't mind me.
He's getting his H3 Army out.
No, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Get it out of the way.
I was gonna say, is it H3 or Mistastic? One of the two is
No,
going to take over the world.
I've gotten some emails from some of these folks that wanted me to do videos. And I'm like, look, dude, I get to it when I get to it.
Oh yeah, I finally said if y'all want me to send it back to you, I'll send it back to you. I don't have time.
Yeah, give me a return label to print out. So anyway, so I fulfill my obligation. This is the new TalkPod A36. I chose another clear one because the first clear one was cool. It is a radio. You can tell that it's a radio by the way that
It's
it
got
is.
buttons on it.
It's really neat.
Are you going to take this snippet out of the stream?
This here is our Tidradio H8. You can tell it's a Tidradio H8 by the way that it
It
is.
says Tidradio on the
It's
top of
pretty neat. This is a Tidradio H3. You can tell that it's a Tidradio H3 by the way that it is. It's pretty neat.
I was gonna say they're just gonna overdub it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
This is, I don't know what model Retivus. Oh,
That's
the
an
A1,
A1.
because I wasn't popular enough for the H2 or whatever they come out with.
Yeah, I was secondhand too.
You can
They
tell
gave
it's
me-
a second-hand choice Retivus radio by the way that it is.
Does your antenna, did it come apart? Mine came apart.
No, not
Oh,
yet, but
don't
it
get too
just did-
funky with it.
it just did some crunching. So
It cracked.
Why? What do you
And
mean? Are they
finally,
setting this up with like scratch? Like
this is the
like
UVK5, right? Ain't that what they call this? This can be anything you want it to be. This can be GMRS. This can be ham. This can be CB. This can be Morse code sender. This can be HF. Anything.
do it
you
all
want
at
to be,
once.
man.
And I think James even was playing video games on it.
And then throw those over there.
playing
Get to them later.
Congratulations.
So there, I just reviewed all those radios.
Just snip it out of the clubhouse.
Oh,
repost it on yours.
and by the way, if you're interested in custom PCB builds, then PCB Way can hook you up.
They did reach out to us a while back to
Jesus,
sponsor
I've done a lot of work
everything.
tonight.
I know. You've talked a lot. You've reviewed 6 radios. Man.
I'm tired all over again.
This was really the Joe Brett show tonight. You know that. We should have.
There you go.
He's in rare form tonight. We need to make sure we prop him up like this from now on.
Man, I gotta go hit the recliner and
I was
rest.
gonna say, give him some tin cup. He'll talk.
Right?
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. See?
Speaking of the A1, I am a fan of that radio too.
Is it? I mean, it sounded good, but I hadn't
Yeah.
done anything with it.
No, it sounds really good.
See, what I do is I wait for all these folks that do their scientific tiny essays and scopes and all that,
Send you the footage.
how bad it is, and then I just make a video of how great of a receiver it is.
Yeah.
Not recommending you transmit with this, but it sounds good on receive.
It does have one thing that I did find interesting is the GPS function. Like you would have to have another A1 to use it, but like you can turn your GPS on and
Now, see-
you can transmit your GPS location to somebody else that has one of these, and they can
How in
find you.
the hell was I supposed to test that functionality with only
With
one?
only one radio, right?
I got to drive my ass all the way back to Texas for Shane to say, "You're in Texas, come see me."
I got
And I'm
your
like,
GPS
I don't know where
location.
you're at, Shane. Hang on, I'll transmit my GPS to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just show me your APRS. No, I'm gonna show you my H1 GPS.
I'm gonna transmit my GPS location to you. I don't want to APRS it. But this is cool, and the alert function for NOAA is loud.
Mm.
So if you put this thing hiding in the background and you turn where it's quiet until the National Weather Service puts out that tone, that 14 whatever megahertz tone, Woo! It will wake the dead.
Yeah, I used to put a radio under my pillow. Never again. No, you don't do that. You don't need to do that.
No, you get a tumor that way.
Mm-hmm.
You roll over and transmit, and left ear
No,
goes numb.
you fall out of bed and you start breaking and spraining bones. No. Now my weather radio.
KD's got a point here.
What's that?
That this might be the most radio talk in a show.
Maybe why I
In
feel
all
kind of sick to
times.
my stomach.
Yeah.
Did
Man.
y'all
You know
get?
something?
Joe Brett? Did you get the other email that came this week about the new radio
Is it the dual function kind of thing?
with the Bluetooth thingy?
Man, I ain't doing no more than Bluetooth thingies. One particular company sent me some push-to-talk buttons and a Bluetooth microphone. But guess what? It only works with their POC radios, which
Oh,
is,
God.
not transmitting. Well, I guess it does Wi-Fi. So, but anyway, POC relies, and I may still do I did some POC videos because you can integrate it with Zello, Echolink, APRS Droid, all this. It's pretty neat. But anyway, yeah. So I send them an email back. I'm like, hey, these things ain't working. Oh, well, they only work with this and that, and like they don't even work on the apps.
Like ain't nobody got time for that.
No, I put them back in the box. They're back there somewhere.
Oh, look, there's Bobby.
Hello.
Just in
Greetings.
the chat. Wonder,
You may notice
Bobby,
a few
you
extra
missed the,
subscribers.
Bobby, you missed the announcement. We took care of you, buddy.
Oh, and by the way, chat, for all of you that went over there to subscribe for your chance to win your own little stick or whatever, that doesn't mean unsubscribe after you didn't win.
That is true.
That is not sportsmanlike.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't hurt you when you clicked it. It ain't going to hurt you
It
if
was
you not
free.
click it again.
That's right. It was
That's
free.
right. Be
Yep.
ham friendly. That's right. Be
the
ham
first one's
friendly.
always free.
I mean, it's got good content anyway. So
That's right.
if he didn't, he wouldn't have his subs.
I missed the Hamvention. Was there any highlights from Hamvention? Any product that
A lot of bleeping all weekend.
Well, I know because you was upset about that 500. But was there any special other than I saw the Flex Radio that there were 7,000 videos on. But was there anything else that was kind of?
Well, Icon brought pieces of a radio.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw. I think
X60
Mike's video
project.
on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, unless it's a 7300, I don't care.
I guess we'll know more during the Tokyo Ham Fest. I think in August.
No,
When's
Yeah.
that? In 6 months?
August. Or so.
August.
No. That's
I
too
think it's
far away.
after Huntsville, though.
If anyone, speaking of, if anyone's in the market for a 7300, have I got a deal for you?
You have got a package deal.
I have got a package deal ready to go.
Shane has a bundle.
It is a Stella.
I'll give you $5.
Stella package. The stellar package.
Your
Give you
$5
$5.
going to go as far as my offers to Jim for his 7610.
Yep. I would prefer it to be someone that is within driving distance of Texas, but
I'll just meet you at Huntsville.
I'm not going to be in Huntsville.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to be
You
in
gotta fix that.
Yellowstone.
You
Then I'm going to be in
I'm going to make
Fayetteville.
Noel call you.
Yeah, you're going to need to directly communicate with my wife about your poor attendance.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to request.
Y'all should go to Yellowstone.
You go to Yellowstone. Come pick me up in the balloon.
Jeff, that is not scratch and dent. It's prominence.
Jeff, he's
Patina.
gonna take a
That
Sharpie.
little patina prominence, same thing.
You ain't gonna find another one like it.
You won't, and you won't find one that's been talked about near as damn much either.
It's very
Tell you what,
popular.
Joe,
It's been on
7300.
It's been on 5 or 6 YouTube channels of
And
how
not just
badass
ours.
it is, and 5 or 6 outside of this community here have covered it.
But wait, there's
Gray Man
more.
Poda talked about it.
Listen, guys, he's gonna sign it with a Sharpie on the underbelly, and you get to
That's
see
a great
the Sharpie
idea.
too. and you get to keep the Sharpie too.
Silver
Or
Sharpie?
I'm just going to order a case and put the case on it, and nobody will know.
No, that's like
I
no.
I think even our buddy Dan talked about it
Everybody's talked about it.
with the slip on PL259s.
Yes. Hold my beer.
Here we go. Here we go.
Show and tell time.
Yeah, we can still hear you. Don't step on the dog.
That Milwaukee Sharpie is
The dog is looking at him right now. Like,
nice.
what?
That's in the house.
That Milwaukee Sharpie's legit.
You know, I got one of those Milwaukee Sharpies in the mail, unsolicited. Like, it had some foreign guy's name on it. I did my due diligence. I even went to neighbors that I didn't know, and I'm like, any of y'all's last name this? And no, got some weird looks. So I was like, hey, I kept it.
Back it up. Back it up, Shane. Yeah.
Nah, the green screen.
Green screen.
Don't pack it up.
There you go. There ain't nothing wrong with that. No crack
How
screen.
about size? How about
No
size?
nothing. No nothing.
It's just been G-Shock
Going
tested.
around.
It's
Keep going around.
got one spot.
Where?
Oh, right there.
Where?
One spot right there.
Right on the corner where it landed.
And there's nothing there.
Now,
Every other corner
you
is
do that with your middle finger?
fine. It's right there. That's it. It's got one little spot right there in the crease of the aluminum. Ain't
It
nothing
does
wrong with
make
Rudy.
it.
In the bag.
It does make it an original. That's how I think about it. It's an original.
Yes.
mm-hmm. I don't know
I
why it
still
didn't
say
have rails on it, but
And
Oh, I
Daniel's
don't
got a
have
good
rails
point,
on mine.
man.
Well, yours broke.
yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
Shane, you got your very own studio room now?
I do.
Yep.
I do. I'm
The
not
dog
in the
got
kitchen anymore.
the dog got tired of not being able to go to the kitchen while you were
What did the
streaming?
dog get? What did the dog
He's in the
get
closet.
He's like, y'all got a bigger place, and in my area did not get bigger.
Nope. Mm.
There you go.
Yep. Shane, have you worked our buddy KB
Yep.
from my station?
From your station. Yeah, not mine. I'm too close to it. I have thousands of contacts on that radio after it was dropped.
Oh,
This is true.
your radio, not my radio.
Yes. Anyway. See, James says if it ain't broken, don't replace the cover. I'm tired of people giving me shit over it, James, and they're going to tell me, well, you're going to have to take $300 off of it. Nope.
No.
Mm-mm. I got the original
I go-
box. That's worth $300 right there.
The
Dude,
original
I go
box
back
and
to
the
the
bundle
Mona
you got.
I go back to the Mona Lisa. If the Mona Lisa, you're not going to touch her up. You're not going to take some extra paint and just. It is what it is.
I'm just going to write underneath the cover. Yes, this is the radio that was all over YouTube.
Yes, that itself should have value, right?
And everyone's going to say, I've got that radio that everyone says that Shane dropped off a table.
There you go. That's the marketing. I got the radio.
How's my signal?
got
It's
it.
5.9.
I was going to say,
That's
apparently Simon dropped his Saturday.
Well,
See, it happens, guys.
Yours isn't the only one that's been dropped.
It
now.
happens. But wait till it gets picked up on 8 different YouTube channels.
Right.
And you're ridiculed about it, even in person. They ridicule you about it. You've been made fun of for 2 years.
Still 5.9.
It's still 5.9.
Still 5.9.
But anyway, if you're in the market for a 7300, let me know. Even Ape said the price was pretty dynamite for everything that you get with it.
Oh yeah. And when I first saw the price, I'm like, the hell did you think? And then I was seeing everything he was putting in there with it, and I was like, all right,
Yep.
that's
Hey,
worth it.
hey guys, speaking of Ape, he really put something. I don't know if I'm being oversensitive, but you know what he was talking about
Ryan, that would be
he was just being
hilarious.
funny. Ape was just being funny when he was talking about the QRP, saying, "Hi, I'm running QRP, working whatever." I sat on my back deck, I think on Saturday night. Saturday night, I was fooling around, and I had the 705 out. And do you know I had to really use all the power inside me not to say throw out my call sign and then saying QRP W1FYG or whatever. I I I I just felt like, oh my God, what would Ape want me to do right now? So, I don't know that
Mr.
video.
Quirky
Yeah,
It's not that much, Phil, but I get it.
Phil, you only live once. What are you gonna do? Take
Hey,
it up to heaven with you?
Shane, you got a PayPal account? You know, he could pay easy pay.
I got everything. I got Venmos, the Cash Apps, the PayPals. I got everything.
Doesn't that
Break this thing.
PayPal offer four easy payments or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Buy it with shop. What?
Finance
Yeah,
this thing.
there you go.
Tell you what,
But if you want to go POTA tomorrow, you charge that battery up. Means you're ready. Actually, the battery's already charged up. You can go POTA with that thing tomorrow. The whole
guess
shebang.
what? Shane will also throw in some stickers.
I
Now
got
we're gonna ask them
stickers.
even
I got a lithium iron phosphate battery, a charger.
Look,
I got 3 and 4
yeah.
antennas in there.
We are adding value to this package. This is not just a radio, guys. We're talking about the package.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's all about the package.
Yep.
Did you switch back to the 35 millimeter camera?
No.
Oh.
That's why when I go backwards, I get fuzzy.
Mm. Everything else is all fuzzy in the background.
Actually, this is pretty freaking comfortable, all the work I've done tonight.
Right.
I'm glad you carried the show tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I was talking back to HK about Cerakote his case, so I'll just say it because I don't want to lean back up. I think that'd be a great idea, man. I'd like to see that.
Oh, I need to step away for just a second, guys.
Yep.
What else is new?
No, I forgot I have a meeting at 9:00.
Hurry up. And that's the show.
Yep. I was gonna say I found the video I took of KB coming in to the mobile.
Right.
So let me know if you can hear it.
Nope.
While he's driving, look at this. I love it.
Exactly. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. And so, man,
I love his enthusiasm. I love his energy.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
all positive hammer.
That would
I like
make the
that. I like
drive
that.
better.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. You don't even have
You'd have to
work.
leave the bourbon out, but
Well, and then yeah, I actually hit him on the YouTube and said, "Hey, give me a call." And like I said, it sounded like he was in the truck with me. He said I was a 5.5 back to him. So that 857 that I bought off of some certain crazy skydiver doing work.
Got it back.
Are there
Sure,
any
maybe.
scratches and dents on that one, Steve?
Oh yeah, but I didn't care.
14,000 feet. We're talking 14,000
Yeah.
feet. We're not
I don't
talking
know.
3 feet with Shane.
I don't know that he ever jumped with that one, but yeah, worked good. I do need to send the head off to have it fixed from the zebra stripes because I'm starting to lose a little bit of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
But I found a guy that'll do it.
Derek.
No. This isn't only hams.
I've got the signal stock up on the third brake light mount for 2 meters, and then the ATOS on the stake bed or stake pocket, and I can tune it 40 through 6 all day long.
See, you guys got me. Like I said, when I get my new truck, I'm really thinking right in that stake. It's exactly that's exactly what I want to do.
Can't go wrong with it.
Now, do you have it as a what PL259?
Yeah.
How is it coming? Yeah, so it's a male
it's
going
a
into a female.
Yep. It's a PL259 on a SO239 bulkhead.
There you go.
But and yeah, like I said, I may have to do some more bonding to it. but I am going to try, plug the bioinno into it first
Right. That's the first thing
and
you
see
do.
if I can leave the engine running.
Right. That's exactly the first thing you do.
So far, it works.
And literally, that's as simple as hitting the button and it automatically does it. You just change, or does it when you change bands? Does it automatically, or do you have to manually hit that?
You've got to hit the tune button.
Mhm.
And I've noticed with mine, and actually another buddy of mine has an 857. It doesn't want to tune the ATOS, so you have to manually tune it, which is just as easy as hit the up or down button, hold the up or down
Right.
button, and then key up, and watch your SWR meter come down.
Right.
So it works great. Sometimes it'll auto tune, sometimes it won't. It's just, Jeff, take care. Let me know if you need anything.
See you later.
Got to get that knee replaced. So,
Ow. That
yeah.
does not sound fun.
Nope.
Speedy recovery, brother. Because Sunday out before the Outlaws and everybody came, I was in the backyard under the tent, playing with the 891.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
I think Scout said it right last night Nuggets. Again, I really like the radio. It's just the menu system I don't like.
Yeah. And I'm thinking what I might do, I might take the 891 out to the truck and plug it in and see if it, A, the noise level changes, and B, if it'll tune the ATOS. Because if it won't tune the ATOS that way, I know I need to do better grounding. Because the ATOS needs a good ground for the tune.
Well, and a lot of guys start simple off the mount right to the frame. Keep it simple. Keep that strap short. Get it bonded. Boom. And just go from there. Don't start thinking you need to bond everything. Though some guys do have to do the hood, the doors. I get it, but if you don't have to, the muffler. I've seen guys do the whole thing, and that's because they probably have to. But if you don't have to, do the things that you have to.
Well, and if I just need to throw a battery with an AB switch in there, so I can pull in, shut the truck off, and run off of the bioinno.
I've done that before. Absolutely.
But run off the truck battery while I'm running down the road for 2 meter.
Right. Get yourself a geek battery or whatever. Hide it.
Yeah, Jody, the cross bonding of dissimilar materials. Yeah, it's not aluminum body. I lucked out there, so it is all steel. But yeah, if it were aluminum, I'd be saying more choice words than Jim does.
Right. You have no
that's
choice.
saying a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That's right.
A buddy of mine's got a Mustang with the aluminum hood, and it's corroded to all get out because of the subframe, the substructure under it is still steel. So it bubbles and cracks, and it's destroying the paint.
These manufacturers don't know what we need, do they?
No. Anyone ever heard of a High Sierra screwdriver antenna?
I've heard of it.
Been out of business for years. I guess the guy went silent key.
Oh, really?
So.
I think back in the late 80s, early 90s, I remember hearing about that antenna.
We're 2 hours and 10 minutes in.
Time
to put a bow on this thing.
Yeah, it is. Joe's tired. I can tell you, I'm whipped from being out all weekend in the heat. So, and I worked today.
You and me both, man. I had to get up at 3:00 because Mother Nature decided to take a dump on my homestead here.
Yeah.
Well, who wants to start it?
Go ahead. You were late.
You might see me here next week. You might not. Depends on what the weather's doing and how I feel. But I do have some filming done. I just got to edit it. Catch me on Discord. That's where I hang out most of the time. I have Facebook, but I don't use that often. So join us over on the Discord. All kinds of stuff. And thanks for reaching out to me about the radio. So it might be, hopefully this, it has a new owner. But if you're interested in that, hit me up on Discord.
Yeah. Now that I'm home, I need to ship. Oh, never mind. I'm not talking about that.
that one's coming to Texas.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
I don't know.
All those folks
Yeah,
in
you
Green
know.
Chat know.
Secrets
all the
don't
folks
make
in Green.
friends.
They're all of our channel subscribers. But
And
anyway,
we do
Joe
love
Britt,
our folks in green.
especially the ones that don't like OVF flights.
That's right.
All right, over to you, Joe.
Me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Man, I'm gonna do some more talking, dude.
More talking. We're gonna wear
Just a
you
little bit.
out.
I'm gonna need my overtime pay.
We'll double your pay. That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll double it. Yeah.
What is 1.5 times 0?
Yep, 0. Yeah, Shane mentioning he's got some videos need to edit. I forgot. I started a couple, and I moved on. So
I feel
I
you,
need to
man.
go back and figure out what those were. And because I was playing with this mystery antenna. I've never. That's
Oh, it's an antenna.
Oh,
You stay here long enough. We'll know what the rest of it is.
no, man. This is the like a month ago I was talking about it. Maybe longer than that. Dude, I guess that's almost one of those I could like take a $300 antenna set up and just chunk out in the yard and walk away from the camera and think it'd good. But
That's like me and the one from Zygu, that big ass antenna they sent me to review that we spent 4 hours trying to tune.
yeah, you done it right though. You got together with some friends to do it.
Yeah.
Build
Too
a
bad it was
PX Commander,
108
you'll be
degrees
fine.
outside. Mine's in the garage on the shelf. It'll
Still
be
in the
there
box?
for another 6. Absolutely. I didn't even take the tape off. No, I take that back. I did take the tape off because I wanted to look at the.
You had a peek at it, right?
Mask.
Yeah,
Okay,
I wanted to see
Jason.
The mask looks really cool.
So yeah,
Mine
you know,
will still get built before Jason's does. Anyway.
I will. I'll do something when I do it. You know.
There you go.
And I don't mean to keep going back to Discord, but everybody who's in Discord, there's and you follow the friends of ours. When you post a video, it pops up like there's a feed that's going in there.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of ham radio videos being made,
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
like 10 times more than when I first started this thing.
Absolutely.
It's hard to keep up.
Yes, it is.
Like I can't. I try. I subscribe to everybody, and I'd love to watch all y'all's content, but I ain't got enough hours in the day.
Mm-mm.
We'd appreciate the watch hours, though.
Right? I mean, throw up a playlist and just hit play on it.
Yeah.
All right, Izzo, over to you, buddy.
Oh, I know what I got. I keep forgetting to do.
Oh, that fancy camera's following you over there.
Did it? Well, I think I wasn't bending over. So I bought
Just get a
these.
full moon.
I bought these bags from Amazon about 6 months ago, and I like it. They come in various sizes, and I put my antennas. And I bought
Oh, you got
these-
a Reliance antenna.
Yeah, and today was the day it was supposed to take it out and hook it up. All I got to do is just attach the wire. I just got to do a quickie,
Yep.
you know. But I gotta get it out there and play with it. And I appreciate Matt. And Matt told me just to be patient because I wanted the nice poly soft wire. I said absolutely.
Mhm.
It's not like I don't have antennas, but I want to get this. I want to get this antenna out there and
Thank you,
play
Greg.
with it. And
Thank you, Greg.
But-
You're the best, buddy.
because I have joined Antennas Anonymous, and
Lies.
the lies are saying that I'm never going to buy another antenna again. But I really like it. I want to play with it on the between the ICOM and the Yaesu at 100 watts, and I want to play with it on the 705. But I that's what I like about all the antennas. I still take them all out. The K6ARK, the Coffee and Ham radios, the NI4Ls, the TN07. I still take all my antennas out, and I just, it's like, whose turn is next to go out and just play? And they're all great antennas.
Oh yeah.
I'm a firm believer. Everybody has done a great job at building these antennas, designing them, putting them together, and after that, it's really just up to propagation at that point. But these guys, I appreciate everyone's blood, sweat, and tears, and their R&D and everything else that they've done. So, wait, Shaq and Greg just up to something? Hang on.
Yeah, he says
put it up there.
$20.
$20 super chat.
Yeah, he
Where
says.
you been, son?
He says, "I like this show. It's pretty good. Thanks,
Yeah.
Greg. You're pretty good."
Greg's been a Cigar Lounge member for I think since day one. So
Since
Greg,
day one.
Oh,
thank
wow.
you. Yeah.
Other than that, I'm gonna try to get out there between this week and this weekend. I got a major project home contractor coming in next week. I don't know what I can do. My son has his junior prom coming up. He picked up his tux today. God, this kid looks good. He did not get his good looks from me. Thank God he got it from his mother. But this kid he was so handsome. I was so proud of him in there. And so we'll see the finished product on Friday with his date. He's dating a good girl, so we'll have fun.
Good.
So. That's it for me.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, I have a project I'm trying to put together. That's a microphone.
What is it?
That's a microphone.
You wait to the end of the show to tell us to break the news on that.
You know,
That is
No.
a K6ARK special.
I would have
Really?
not guessed.
Something
I
that
thought it was a
tiny.
pencil.
What?
I thought it was a
1 inch?
pencil eraser.
You know. Oh. So,
Why did you wait to the end of the show to show that? Well, you're
because
going to get such a slap. You're going to get such a slap from me.
it's one of the videos coming up. I'm building one for my KX3.
Oh, now
and
he's
one,
the super tuber now.
and one for my True SDX that I got to build still.
Right.
But I'll be building those, and I am going to do a video on this past weekend. And I'm going to be looking for donations for my Blue Star mothers coming up.
Cool.
So,
Well, if I had
That's-
10,000 subscribers, I would host a fundraising stream for you. So
I was going to say,
if
we
you
need
reach
to do
out
one of those.
if you reach out to like Mike or one of those guys, the bigger channels that's got over 10,000 subscribers that can do those fundraiser things for you, because Mike raised a shit ton of money for that education group.
I was going to say, we need to do another fundraise stream for TI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Mike, I know you don't
Mike-
get on Discord. Come on, son.
Yep. Need to get after it again.
Mm-hmm.
Jake,
Yeah,
James
that'd
asked
be
me to step up.
All right. Gentlemen, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm going to hit the outro. Wave at the camera.
Good. So long, everybody.
Have a good night.
Steve's going to hit buttons. Let's see if it's the right outro.
There's the right outro.
And I tell you what, man, when you ever show me that finger again, man,
I'm going to bite that thing off. Shoot.
Man.
Boonhauser in the house. They can get up.
It will make me mad, man.